Welcome, everybody. Welcome to Neon Scream. Oh, wait a minute. I'm sorry. This is warped. Apologies. I pushed the button like 3 fucking times on the dashboard and it didn't work. By the way, there's bad language on the show.
Yeah, we swear a lot.
We do. We swear a lot.
Themes like taxes.
Just to prepare yourselves for, adult themes and bad foul language.
Oh my god. I'm sorry. I'm really salty because I 100% did not forget to change the title today for the show. I did push the button. It's just Twitch dashboard decides sometimes that it doesn't like to work. Yeah. So, sorry about that, guys. I'm fixing the title right now. I'm super salty because I actually remembered to do it. It wasn't a mistake. And Twitch decided not to update it. So that's where that's at.
Fine. It's fine. Can we all just get a sigh, together?
There we go. It should be fixed now. Welcome to the show,
This is some ASMR shit right here.
Welcome to the
Simply's
show.
on her way as well. She'll be here in a bit.
Yep, Simply's on the way. She had some IRL stuff to get done, and she told us she was going to be a little bit late. So we were trying to delay just a little bit before we got the show started, and we are live now. So welcome, everybody. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the first, I guess, official episode of the show. We've already had like an episode 0 where everybody but Peachy was totally productive. And no, Peachy's birthday.
I was very destructive. Yes, let's go with that.
It was his birthday, wasn't it?
It was his birthday last week, so we'll give him a bye for last week.
He gets a pass.
We'll give him
Wait,
a bye.
I'm a buy this whole month, thank you.
Yeah. But yeah.
Only this month though.
Welcome to the
Get
show.
him in while you can.
Welcome to the show, everybody. If you missed the episode 0, basically what we did is we kind of set up a universe for our characters to play in, and we talked a little bit about the characters that people were going to be playing and the sort of feel for the campaign. We're going to be doing a very silly kind of campaign. I feel like it's kind of like a combination of like Futurama plus the Orville, something like between those two maybe. And we've got sort of the Star Trek kind of feel in there. So before we get started, before we start to do anything, I would like everybody in chat to start coming up with names for the ship, because we actually still need a name for the ship here. We need a name. So I want people to come up with a name. Keep in mind, please, that the stuff that we came up with last week was extremely childish and stupid, and that's what we're sticking with. Okay.
The friendship. Oh, my God.
How do I demod people from this channel online?
Yeah, it's the basically the alliance that the people are a part of is it's the acronym is ASPOO. Yeah.
Nobody giggle.
Yeah, and we have to say the actual thing every time that we have to say the alliance, basically. I feel like the only acceptable way to do this is like we have to say the whole name. We never say ASPOO.
Yes, I agree with that.
So we have to...
What's the punishment if someone does say Aspu?
Oh, I'm going to kill you. You're gonna get launched out the airlock. That's the fucking one. It's the one archaic rule that ASPOO still has. Just if you say it and say ASPOO.
So yeah, technically, and we'll make this. I have to make like a handout for this because I know everybody's gonna forget. It's a ridiculously long name. So let me make a handout real quick with the different acronyms for the important things that everyone's going to have to remember. So, of course...
for real, though, can we talk about how awesome the medical uniform is?
I think all of the uniforms are awesome. By the way, you guys can give a big thanks to Aperture Entity for the fan art for those. He also made a badge as well, which is in the Tablestory Discord in the fan art section. So there's a badge that kind of... It's supposed to be, I think, a planet in front of a star. So it has a certain... look to it, we'll say. Yeah. So we need some good names for the ship before we like get started here. So yeah, we've got the where did it put it? The Alliance of Solar Systems Planetary Orbital Organization. And we have the True Alliance of Interstellar Non-Mammalian Travelers.
I gotta write that one down.
Yeah, I'm making a handout right now.
Okay, perfect. I couldn't remember what taint stood for.
Yeah. So that's good. But I think that's the sort of running gag is that you guys actually say the whole fucking thing, like, and I think we need like a mechanical thing that happens if you guys fuck it up.
Yeah.
We need to come up with like a good mechanical penalty.
Like inspiration, but like the opposite.
Yeah. It's gonna be like you get a minus 1d6 on all of your rolls for the whole episode.
There's a swear jar and you lose.
A part of your XP gets split up amongst everybody else.
Do they stack?
Absolutely. They definitely stack. So we're seeing a few good names. I see the Hawking, the Rust Bucket, the SS, which is probably not going to work. Let's not do that one. Because I think I think that's like the wrong path of history that we want to take. We see the Booster, the Explorer. What do you guys think about Explorer?
That's not bad. I don't mind that or Booster. I'm good with. I'm good. I like all of them.
I like the Explorer.
I like that too.
Explorer, nice and simple.
Nice and to the point.
It's not silly until you put Asper before it, and then it becomes silly.
So we've got 3 votes for the Explorer. Peachy, do you like that one?
Or do you have any other ideas?
So Peachy doesn't like anything. So we can just automatically assume he's going to be a no on...
It was easier next week. Everyone just loved all ideas. It was so great.
Boosted
Look,
animals.
I'm sorry that I'm bringing a soupçon of taste.
Oh my god.
Come on, we all know that you taste the ass poo, all right? Let's be honest.
Nathan Scott Phillips.
That's actually a reference to Trav's cat.
Yeah.
That's Trav's cat's name. Yeah. But yeah, let's think on that. Explorers on the table. Peachy, if you have any ideas, keep thinking of them while we do this. But I want to just ask the questions because this is going to impact how I start this campaign right now. I want to go over everybody's friends and enemies, and this is specifically senior officers, amongst the crew. So everybody is going to have one senior officer that they that they see as a friend, and one senior officer that they see as somebody that they hate, basically. Does anyone want to go first? Like somebody that they consider a friend, their character sees as a friend.
I love Bobby.
Thanks,
No,
man.
but do you love does RA9 love Braxton?
Loves Braxton, yes.
Okay.
Very much. Not in a sexual way or anything, but just love a lot.
Not in a sexual way though at all.
It's like a good friend kind of way.
Super good friend.
I definitely consider RA9 a real solid, the closest approximation that Neil can get to a friend. It's definitely RA9.
Is that how he views friendships? Like not a friendship, but a close approximation to the.
Right, my character is so social, but it has no idea on social cues. It's gonna be great.
With that said, I guess I should say that I need to remember all these character names. Neil is my least favorite person on the crew, so that's gonna be fun.
Okay.
For me, Ruby Tootie is my best good friend among these senior officers.
Okay.
And the most tense relationship would be with the senior officer, Peachy's character, Mr. Neil Beige.
I should back that up by saying my tense relationship is definitely the captain.
That's
because
perfect.
Captain doesn't understand the book.
And you don't understand.
Do it by the book, all right? I have forms.
I'm not even going to get into it right now. I'm saving it.
I have so much.
I already got a book written about things I'm going to say to your character. So it's going to be good.
Okay, so Captain McQuaid. I'm making a character database for all the characters in this. And by the way, guys, if you didn't see Neon stream last night, Tablestory went live with an official Tablestory Patreon. We've got the link in the chat there from Kujio. Thank you, Kujio, for reminding me. It's a way for you guys to help support Tablestory. It's going to create a lot of high-quality content that we'll be releasing on the Patreon. Over the course of the weekend, I'm going to be rolling out a bunch of content that we've had prepared as a welcome gift just for like $1 on the Patreon. You're getting a straight-up like one-shot PDF that Brad made, and Anna the Newt, if you're familiar with her, she's an amazing artist. She did a beautiful piece of artwork for the cover for that. And it's only $1 over on the Patreon. So if you guys are interested in helping to support Tablestory, you can do that through the Patreon. Like I said, we're going to just have tons of content. We're going to have like campaign stuff, and we're going to have polls and things like that. So if you contribute, you'll be able to participate in the polls that we've got to determine like what content comes out the following month. And we just have a ton of stuff that we're going to release. It's seriously, like, I've been spending the last month and a half, 2 months working really hard on getting you like really good stuff for the Patreon. So we're going to...
I think Bobby has got the best name for a ship.
Yeah.
For the ship, definitely 100%. We should go with that.
I mean, I'm not really a huge fan of either of the two that I put there.
Neither am I.
So
The Aspu Patreon. I'm a fan of the buffet. I'm a fan of that buffet. I'm a regular. I've got one of those cards that they stamp.
oh god.
Make the hurting stop. Make the hurting stop. Okay.
Named it Aspu. Okay, don't.
Look,
Don't.
PB, if you were there with me,
Yeah.
you might have been able to fight it, but
The Aspu
I'm
expanded
sorry
horizons.
that I have to age, Bobby.
look,
all right.
why can't you just be like all us Canadians and just stop aging
So-
when you hit 20?
So what do we got so far? Let's go over some of the names. We've got the Gladiator, the SS Horizon, which won't make sense. The SS is, we're not going to do that. The Munchkin, the Leviathan, the Bode, the Vagabond, the Tickler. It's a starship. Like, it has to make some sense, okay? You can't just name it stupid words. Like buffet is not going to work.
Come on, man.
No.
Okay.
No. Skimmer. Oh my god. We're gonna have to cut this and like just pick vote for one like in a second here. But we've got a few good ones. Okay, so let me just go over things. Neil, you said you're a friend. You see RA9 as your friend.
Yeah, I do.
Okay, Jimmy, what about you?
RA9 is also who I see as my friend.
Okay, and your enemy?
The captain.
It's gonna be great. It's gonna be so much fun.
Okay, all right.
For
I love you.
So-
very good reason.
Yeah.
Essentially, what that means is that Captain McQuaid is going to be familiar with all of the senior officers while we get started here. So, basically, I think we're ready to kind of get started. What I'd like to do is we're going to have a vote. I'm going to write down some names here, and these are the only ones that we'll be taking.
Oh, the sheriff's badge. Yes.
Horizon's not bad.
The Aspu regrets.
I think we all know that there are no ragrets.
The brown star.
It's just a picture of a brown star. That's it. It's not even. It doesn't actually have a name that you can say.
All right, I think I've narrowed it down to 4, and let's see if you guys agree. The Explorer, the Highwind, the Horizon, the Leviathan.
I like Leviathan because
I like how big is the ship like?
It's not massive anymore, really.
Yeah.
Like there's, it's technically it's old technology.
if it was super small, I'd go for the Leviathan.
It's still like medium sized.
Cower before us.
Don't mess with us. Leviathan!
So I'm gonna put this in the chat. Let's see, chat. I'd like you to just kind of pick between one of these 4, and then, oh crap! No fucking line breaks. I forgot. Fuck you, Twitch. Okay, let's do this. Let's put commas. Okay, so chat. Let's get chat's vote, and then we're gonna get the players' vote as to what the ship's gonna be called. Bobby's throwing the captain.
Bobby's trying to vote twice.
Bobby's,
Sir.
the captain's weight is in here.
No, I don't want. This is the weight of my third character, who has no sway at all on anything.
So it looks like it's close between the Explorer and the Horizon so far. So I'm going to let that go for a little bit, and we're going to kind of hop into the story now. Simply is en route, so just be aware she'll be here shortly. And let's get started. Okay. We start in the morning. Beams of light cascade through plaid curtains, casting a sort of red and black pattern on the ground. The camera pans from the window. Outside, you can see a sort of busy city, flying cars flying past the window. Obviously in some sort of skyscraper. The camera starts to pan towards a very messy bed. Inside the bed, a rumpled form, half outside of the covers, lays Braxton McQuaid. Braxton, what does it look like here? What happened last night?
Okay, so the reason why I am sort of like half on the bed, half off is because I pulled my calf muscle the night before. I was going in to cross-check someone in the corner in a rec league hockey game that I was playing against the rival team, and I kind of fucked an edge and blew out my calf. So I'm in pain, and my leg is hanging out. I didn't sleep a lot. I'm disheveled. The room is pristine, except the bed is a disaster.
Mm-hmm. You kind of like wake up really groggily, and your alarm is chiming, and it's got the sound where I think the alarms get like progressively louder the longer that they've been like going off. And this one's like really loud. And you wake up like sort of really groggily.
I look over to the side table on my bed. I'm just gonna hit the alarm. I'm gonna put in one of my hearing aids in my left ear. And I'm gonna get up and hobble over to the closet and start getting dressed.
So, by the time you get to the closet, you realize that the alarm said 10:09.
I assume I'm late.
You are in fact late. Yes.
Yeah, I'm going to continue getting dressed. I'm going to put on probably a little bit too much cologne to hide any scent of the sweat from last night's hockey game, and try and make my way the best I can to the headquarters for my meeting.
Yeah. So this morning, you have a meeting with an old friend. You have a meeting with Admiral Norman Bruce. This was an important meeting.
Pertaining a new ship, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I'm going to, as I said, rush. I'm not going to drive. I'm going to take a taxi.
Yeah, and it's been a while since you've had command of a ship. But we'll get into that.
Okay.
Yeah, so the morning starts in a hurry. You getting dressed furiously, slapping on way too much cologne. And the mirror in your bathroom starts doing a thing like where it's rippling, like it's got a sort of ripple effect, like a sort of animation is laid on top of the mirror, and you see like a ripple effect, and there's like a chime that just like
Yeah, I'm gonna tap the mirror. I'm like mid brushing the teeth and got like had a brush in my hand and I just laid down.
So yeah, it's Admiral Bruce's assistant. Who is this person?
Admiral Bruce's assistant?
Yep.
This will be what's the dog race? The Canid?
The Canid, yes.
Yeah, this is like a bulldog looking Canid. It's like probably about 5 foot tall, but like super broad and looks like a bulldog with like all the facial rolls and stuff. Probably named like, okay, I was gonna call him Peaches, but I don't think it's I feel like they have more respect than that in this day and age. So we'll call him named, yeah.
Feeling
Martha.
hella attacked right now.
You're calling him what?
Her name is Martha.
Martha? Okay.
Yeah.
She says, Captain McQuaid?
Yes, Martha. How are you doing?
What are you doing?
I'm brushing my teeth.
I can see that. Admiral Bruce was expecting you 9 minutes ago.
Well, just tell the Admiral that I'm on my way. I sort of pulled a muscle last night. Couldn't sleep. Don't give me that tone. You know better.
The Admiral is not happy. Get here ASAP.
Tell Admiral Bruce I'll bring him a little present. I'll be there quickly.
Very well.
Okay, I'm going to like finish brushing my teeth, and I'm not even gonna hang up. I'm gonna let Martha hang up. So I'm just gonna keep getting ready, and I'm gonna rush as best as I can into the kitchen. I'm gonna open up a cupboard, and in this cupboard, it's just a variety of bottles of. It looks like wine, but when you look closer, zooms in on the label. It's actually maple syrup. It's aged maple syrup. I'm gonna grab a bottle from the back. It's like a 5-year-old like Quebec, like northern Quebec maple syrup. It's like a nice fine bottle that we've discussed about in the past. It's unopened, and I'm gonna toss that in my bag, and I'm gonna head off to the meeting with Admiral Bruce.
Okay, so yeah, the meeting is basically at the academy, and it's just set for his office. Finding a taxi basically is not hard at all. You can basically dial one up, and they just have like automated taxis.
Yeah, like no drivers.
Yeah.
Just like cool.
Yeah, it just like I think most of the buildings, there's probably like a sort of landing area like every few stories in these skyscrapers that are here. Where do you live, by the way?
I would
On
live
Earth.
probably about so it depends on where Navy headquarters are.
Where would you like them to be?
Okay, so the Navy headquarters for ASPU, it is in Calgary, Alberta, Canada.
May God have mercy on everyone's souls.
Yeah. It's in Calgary. I don't know. We'll figure out why.
All the
but it's in
Euros are
Calgary.
Googling so hard right now. They're like, what? Is that an actual place? I've
It's in
never
Calgary.
heard those words put together before.
We'll figure out why at some other point, but it's in Calgary.
Okay. Fair
Lots of
enough.
extra space in Canada. It made sense.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, we can't hear you, Zagaticus. Your mixer's too bad.
It's Calgary. Why did
Got him.
Savage whack. Jesus.
Zagaticus is not being helpful. He won't allow me to buy him a fucking mixer.
Support on Patreon so we can get Scoticus a mixer.
Yes, please. Yeah, so basically they set this Navy up in this place probably because it was just cheaper.
It was a good industry town, lots of space.
Yeah.
For like bases and for like academies. It was a good location.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you head to the academy, which is, what does the academy look like? It's an impressive building, I assume, yes?
Yeah, it's sort of like a campus, just a typical campus. It's probably interwoven within the city at this point. I'd say the city of Calgary sort of built up around the academy over the years. So I'd say the actual city architecture is a little more advanced, but it's like downtown Calgary is where the academy would be. Just like a nice old school architecture in the city.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, you see across the screen, basically across like the various signage and things: Alliance of Solar Systems, Planetary, Orbital Organization, Naval Academy.
Yeah, and I'm going to hop out of the taxi, instinctively say thank you, and realize that there's no driver, and I'm going to head off inside, look and head to the Admiral's office.
Okay, so you head there, and in general, the campus is kind of bustling. You see lots of like recruits and stuff walking around. People, as you walk past, people like giving you a salute, recognizing your rank. You're wearing your uniform, I assume, yes?
Yeah, absolutely. And
did you like
aside from,
change in the taxi, like just?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I had like a pocket mirror and like a little like set that I'm used to like getting ready quickly.
Sure. Give me. I think we're gonna have the first official roll of the campaign. Go ahead and give me a
fail.
charisma plus your leadership, please.
Charisma plus leadership.
Yep.
This is how the entire campaign's gonna go, Bobby. Okay.
Oh yeah. 25.
25. Holy cow. 76.
I can't live up to that roll, Bobby. Please.
That's the only reason that Peachy decided to pick an executive officer, was he had more chances to not fail. That was the reason. So Peachy actually had a high dice pool. It gives him a chance to not fail. We had to give him like several extra dice just to make that happen. Okay, so yeah, you managed to pull it together. Maybe you're used to kind of like dressing on the fly or whatever, but you somehow don't look like shit. Like by the time you get out of the taxi, your like little electric razor or whatever has like cleaned you up. You don't look like hell.
I still had the slight stench of like workout on me of like the hockey equipment, but the cologne that I have chosen has such a strong musk that it kind of like masks it, so it's not horrible. It's not a very good smelling cologne, honestly. It's one of those colognes that like you see like an old man smell. You walk by an old man in the mall and it's like, oh, that's
high
old man
karate.
smell. Yeah.
Okay.
But it's still an expensive brand for some reason.
Okay.
But yeah.
Yeah. So you managed to pull everything together. What does Braxton McQuaid look like?
So I'm about 5'11". Pretty slender build, but like quite toned, kind of like a dad bod going right now, because like I haven't quite been as active as I used to be, and I overeat a little bit. Silver fox hair is kind of like between, it's black with like peppered with some gray. I have a mustache, like a perfectly kept mustache. Sort of like, God, what's the guy's from Magnum PI's name? Burt Reynolds?
No.
I think it's Magnum PI.
You know, you're right. It is. I know who you're talking. Tom Selleck.
Yeah, it's a Tom Selleck. It's a perfect Tom Selleck.
Okay.
And yeah.
It's like a sequoia mustache.
Yeah, just like, literally a sequoia mustache.
Yeah.
Like his mustache on the character. And slight tan. And yeah, I'm walking with a bit of a limp right now because my leg is all messed up.
Okay, so recruits are just kind of like saluting you as you walk past. You head to the, I don't know what building would you say that he'd be in? Like, is he's got to be like some kind of teacher there or something?
So the Admiral, that would be maybe administrations.
Okay.
Probably at the admin building.
Yeah.
I don't know if
you've got him.
Actually be instructors.
So you worked as a professor of like Starship tactics and stuff. So you've had a chance to sort of talk with him. Admiralty comes to the academy like fairly often. They might have like a special class or something that they run every now and again. Maybe they're there for a few weeks, whatever. But they're there. And a lot of times they sort of like will take a transporter pad up to the starbase in Earth's orbit. But you head to sort of like the there's an administration building that you head to the Admiral's office. Outside you could see Martha there in her sort of bulldog like shape. She's wearing a uniform. She's got probably, I would say, an ops uniform. So she's got like a gray uniform going.
Mm-hmm.
And let's just we had some wonderful uniforms that Aperture entity actually helped us create. Let's pop these on the screen here. Doot. So there's the gray uniform there for an ops person. And she says, "There you are. Admiral Bruce has been waiting for you."
Yes, I know, Martha. I know.
Oh,
Let
we
me
got
in.
double Zygoticus? What the fuck happened?
Are we doubled up?
Yeah, I got a double Zygoticus. That's too much Zygoticus. Wait. Yeah, you can keep talking. So Martha just kind of looks at you and says, "Get in there!"
Don't bark orders at me, and I'm gonna head in. Admiral Bruce, and I give him a quick salute as I step into the door and shut the door behind me.
So Admiral Bruce is there reading a tablet, has glasses on, and Admiral Bruce is a human belter. So belters have a sort of strange build to them. They're sort of tall and spindly. They generally, like, Earth gravity or higher gravity doesn't typically agree with them. So they kind of move like a little bit slowly, but they're generally like longer limbed, and they just have a sort of elongated kind of look to them. Almost like skeletal kind of look. You know, they have that sort of like very wiry kind of frame. And Admiral Bruce kind of looks up to you. They have some kind of like one display thing like covered over their eye, almost like the Super Saiyan, almost like the Saiyan power level reader. Yeah, that's just kind of like over their right eye, and he says, "Ah, there you are. Good to see you, Braxton.
Likewise. It's been a while.
Would have been better to see you about 20 minutes ago."
Yeah. I kind of like shake my hair a little bit, and I'm walking up, and I'm kind of pointing out. I lean down and kind of grab my calf and move forward. As you can see, you know, me and my hockey, I kind of fucked it up last night. Painkillers and shit kept me up, and well, look, I'm sorry for being late. I brought something from my collection that I think you just might like. It's from a little spot in Radisson, northern Quebec. You know, the little 5-year-old diddly? I reach into the bag and pull it out, and 2 little glasses. What do you think? And I push it forward. You want to try?
I think it's maple syrup.
Of course. You love maple syrup. Remember those conversations we had?
Well,
Wait, you're not on that keto diet, are you?
no. I think you'll find that my diet is going to be, well, a bit more fatty than most people are used to.
Well, you can keep it. Maybe one day you can, bust it open. Special occasion.
I'll give it a try. I don't know if this is good enough for me to forget about the fact that you're 24 minutes late.
Have you ever tasted a 5-year-old maple from Radisson?
No, I haven't.
I'm going to crack it open. Put a little bit on... it comes with 2 glasses, but I'm going to dig into the bag and grab like a little cookie. A little sugar cookie. And I'm going to pour a little bit on that and hand it over. Try it.
All right. Give me... let's see. This is going to be charisma and diplomacy.
Okay. A 14.
On a 5d6. So he takes a bite. Whoa, that's really sweet. Woo. I don't know. I don't know if that's really my speed, Braxton. I have to say, I prefer my my snacks to be a little bit more savory.
Very well. Well, look, just keep it for a rainy day. Anyway, what was this about anyway? This is about the new position that's opening up, correct?
I have some good news for you, Braxton.
Huh. You don't say.
I've finally convinced the Admiralty to give you back command.
Really?
Really.
After what I pulled on the Manitoba?
I have to admit, what you did on the Manitoba was not the greatest thing in the world. It was difficult to even keep you at the captain rank. But I explained to them your history with your brother, and, well, Carter is a bit of a sore spot for everyone.
Speaking of Carter, has anything, any word or anything popped up of him recently?
If it did, it's none of your concern.
How can you say that?
I thought we talked about this, Braxton. You need to move past this. You're a member of the Alliance, okay? That is your priority.
I'm going to pour a little shot of the maple syrup into the glass. It's super runny. It's almost like, I wouldn't know how to describe it. It's just like a super runny syrup. And I'm going to just shoot a shot of that, kind of sit up in my chair and just kind of brush a little dust off of the uniform. You're right. I'm sorry, Admiral. I'll keep it professional. But if there's ever a situation where you can tell me, can you do it for an old friend? You know what happened, and I don't need to say it, but it would mean a lot to me.
We'll see. Your priority is to the Alliance of Solar Systems Planetary Orbital Organization.
It always has been. You know that.
All right. So, as you know, the Navy has been transitioning from the Endeavour class to our new battleship designs.
They're finally making the switch.
Yes, it's happening. There is currently a Mark III under development for the Endeavour class ships.
Already?
Yes, and
They
the Excaliburs are being released.
Those are huge.
Yes, they are.
They approve the new subliminal engines for the Mark II. The old ones seem to be a bit of the weak point for air systems combat.
Out of character, the Mark II came out a long time ago. The current year, if you go by AD, is 2325. The Mark II was released in 2282.
Okay, so I just had my timeline shifted.
Yeah,
Okay, so we're farther ahead. All right,
yeah,
okay,
we're farther ahead. And just so everybody, you guys all know, the way that the sort of star date kind of system works here, there's a handout on Roll20 that says the current Julian date. The Julian date is like the star date, basically. There's also a link for a converter. So if you guys are trying to figure it out in your head like a month or something and you want to kind of figure out what the Julian date is, you can just punch it into that converter and it'll convert it for you. So I've got the current date is basically May 31st, 2325. And the Julian date is 2570399.083333. Oh, and it looks like we have a Simply.
Hi.
Hello, Simply.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm okay.
Hello.
Thank
So
you
your
for...
character died in the first time.
Perfect. That means I can just watch and eat my almonds for the rest of the show, right?
No, not quite. Not
Perfect.
quite. We're gonna bombard you right away with stuff.
Great.
Yeah. So Simply, I need you to choose for Ruby one of the senior officers that you consider a friend and one that you consider an enemy.
Peachy and Peachy.
So Neil Beige is Peachy's character. Neil
Perfect.
Beige. And let me just get the cams fixed here. But yeah, it's Neil Beige.
Here's why, okay? When she's sober, she's really great to hang out with. When she's drunk, she's an absolute problem. So,
Okay.
Problematic.
yeah.
Okay. All right, fair enough.
So gotta kiss your beard look really mighty today.
Yeah,
It looks
I let
floofed.
it air dry after my code exposure. It just has all sorts of body.
I'm sorry, we can't hear you, Zagata. Your mixer's too bad. What?
I said, I'm fluffy face. That's me, fluffy face.
Okay, let me get the cameras set up here. Okay, so, all right. So fair enough. Neil Beige is both your considered friend and enemy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And we're going through Captain Braxton McQuaid's sort of lead up to the ship here.
Okay.
So, Admiral Bruce sort of points to a data pad in front of you, Braxton.
Mm-hmm.
And he says, "Take a look. I think you've got some familiar faces there. We've had a few crew members brought up to speed on what's going to be your new command. And you'll note that there is a ship there. Basically, it's an Endeavour. It's an Endeavour Mark II.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Is this just the ship manifest with crew?
It's a ship. It's like detailing the ship's information.
Okay.
And,
So it's a whole general overview of the ship.
Yeah. It's a ship like information, and it's also got like a manifest of the crew. So there's certain names that pop up, and basically everybody's names here pop up, you haven't all necessarily met with each other, but you all know Captain McQuaid. Ruby, and that's because you've met Captain McQuaid before. You've actually treated Captain McQuaid for hockey injuries before.
Would she have? How long? I wonder how long she's been in service. Like, would she have been on one of the previous ships that I captained?
That's up to you two.
Yeah. How long would you say you've been, like, as a medical officer serving on ships?
Let's see. I've been at least a medical officer for 3 years on ships.
3 years? Okay, so maybe were you ever stationed like on Earth beforehand, before you left the academy and to do any medical things?
I wasn't stationed on Earth, but part of my academy training was through some side missions on Earth. So.
Okay, so how about that? Like, I took advantage of the academy training program to come in and get free healing. And I've known you because I just so happened to go to you for a few times. I probably broke a leg playing hockey, broke an arm playing hockey, had a bunch of teeth knocked out.
You just really liked my bedside manner. You just had to keep coming back.
Yep.
That's okay.
Yep. So I know Ruby that way.
Okay, fair enough. All right. So, everybody knows Captain McQuaid. Captain McQuaid, you know all of these people. There's obviously a whole crew manifest. The Endeavour MK-II crew is 270 people. But the sort of options that you've got here for the senior officers is kind of like you're reading through it and you're like, oh shit, because you see Neil Beige there listed as the XO.
Yeah, so I'm scrolling through the data pad, all the different officers' names. Like, I probably, like, before I actually go through the officers' names, I'm just rifling through the rest of the crew members. I'm looking for a few friends. I notice in the junior science officers list, there's a friend of mine, Tim McGish, who's like he's an Argon, which is basically like a Wookiee.
Yeah, it's the Woin equivalent of a Wookiee.
Yeah, who was one of my old hockey friends on the Manitoba, which was McGish is here. Scrolling through, I'm looking at the rest of the mess hall crew. Could we get Linus 5 on here? Served aboard the Manitoba. It makes an amazing ravioli.
We can have a few transfers, yes.
Okay.
I think that can be arranged. I think Linus 5 was serving aboard. I think it was the Horizon. By the way, we need a final name from everybody. It looks like the chat, out of the options that we had between Explorer, Highwind, Horizon, and Leviathan, it seems like chat voted on Explorer the most. What would
I like
you guys...
the idea of an Axpoo Explorer.
Yeah.
I do like that idea, although Highwind was the only one that was a meme originally.
I'm down with Explorer.
Yeah.
If we're voting too.
Explorer gets my vote.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, yes. I believe Linus was serving aboard the Highwind, but we can try to get them transferred over. That shouldn't be a problem.
Perfect. Awesome. Thank you so much. And I'm going to scroll back up to the officers. I'm looking through the names. Ruby. Perfect. We have a Jimmy. Ooh, RA9. I think I'm familiar with RA9. And then I get up to the senior officer. What is it? The XO? Is it the first officer?
He's your
what's the terminology?
he's your number one. He's your executive officer. He's the commander. You're technically your rank, Neil, is you're a commander.
Oh, here comes the Riker maneuver. Every time I say that.
I look at it and I tap on his profile and I turn the pad around. Neil Beige.
It wasn't my decision.
Are you kidding me?
I'm not.
You give me my dream position and you put Neil.
I want to make something clear to you, McQuaid. This is not going to be your dream position. You're getting a retrofit Mark II Endeavour. They're giving all the real captains out there a serious battleship. As you know, negotiations have been happening with the True Alliance, and things have become a little difficult. I think in a maneuver, Admiralty has decided that we are going to make sure that these battleships are at the forefront of production. Just be happy I was able to save your captain rank.
Very good. I see you've changed a little bit since accepting your position.
Braxton,
That's okay.
I told you, Braxton,
again.
this was not my choice.
I know. I can tell.
I didn't want to do this to you, but it was all I could do to keep you a captain. Do you understand? Do you understand the strings that I had to pull?
It's very clear. Thank you so much for your help in getting me this position. It's greatly appreciated. So, is that all?
Well, I wanted to give you a tour of your new ship and introduce you to some of your crew. There's a few names on there I'm sure you didn't recognize. A few of the senior officers.
It would be nice to get acquainted.
Okay, so let's head on over to the transport pad and let's get you introduced to your new ship.
Very well.
They're calling her the Explorer.
It's not so bad.
And then we can talk about your first mission.
Very well.
Okay. You guys start heading to the transport pad. Meanwhile, on the ship, we go to a certain engineer. Jimmy, you're currently aboard the Explorer, overseeing the retrofit of these systems. And basically the way that I'm doing the retrofit is you guys are you just have the equipment that's listed there for the Endeavour class. All the gear there basically is getting loaded in. So you're overseeing this. What does it look like right now? Where are you on the ship?
Probably like around the warp core.
Sorry, can you speak up a little bit?
I can't speak any louder.
Are you sure?
Can't. Yeah, I'm very, very sure. Hi. Yeah, probably around the warp core, kind of main engineering. And
Can we get subtitles?
I'll give you subtitles. So yeah, so I'm just in engineering.
Okay, I've got my volume turned up for you guys like pretty high so that we can hear Zagaticus.
For real, it's that quiet?
It's really quiet. Yes.
Did I have bumped everything I can bump? Let me bump my gain some more. Okay. That was like tons of gain.
Yeah, I've got everybody turned way up right now, and now you're at normal volume.
My goodness.
So the
Yeah.
rest of us have to play this as if it's
Yeah.
like an ASMR stream.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
It's fine. It's okay.
Okay.
It's fine. Just make sure I've got the right mic. We're good.
Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, you're in this warp core. Who are you yelling at?
Oh, probably no one. I'm pretty chill.
Okay.
So I'm probably just watching for the most part.
Oh yeah, there's
making sure nothing's going wrong.
yeah, there's a few like general kind of like cleanup details. I guess they're kind of cleaning out like the last of the like coolant spill that happened probably in the near the nearest bulkhead. You got that patched up. Things are looking okay. I think you're kind of like looking at your at like a data pad right now, where you're just kind of like going off your checklist of things to do, and you've got like a pop-up that says Admiral Bruce, Captain McQuaid meeting, making rounds on the ship, and it's like a little like pop-up, you know, that you've got going on. They should have been there like 10 minutes ago. Something like that, but you haven't gotten any notifications.
Yeah, well, with them on their way, I'd probably head to the bathroom. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I'll go to the bathroom and I'll probably just, I don't know, sit for a while.
Poop.
Yeah, I'll poop. But, you know, I like to take my time with such things.
Have a nice think.
Number
Yeah, have a
2.
think about it. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Oh God.
I'm number 2.
Everyone is just so much louder than Zagaticus. It's not even funny. So okay. If everybody else can like turn themselves down, maybe that's how we have to do this. Turn yourselves down a little bit. That'll be good.
How's this?
It's better.
Good. Is this?
You can go up a bit, Pony.
Hello. Hello.
How's that?
This is how Scott Dickerson
Hello.
sounds.
Hold on, one at a time. Pony,
Yeah. Hello. Hi.
down a little bit.
Down a little bit. Hello. Hi. What's
Perfect.
up?
Bobby,
Hello, hello, test
down,
1 2.
down.
Test.
Good. Leslie,
Hi, I'm Leslie.
Good.
I'm not Jacob. Okay.
Peachy.
Hello, 1 2 check.
Perfect. Good. Okay. We've all set ourselves appropriately to fix
Hello?
the problems with Zagaticus's mixer. That
Is
he
it a
refuses to
problem
let
that
me
I
help you
can't
with.
hear any of the cast anymore?
Oh no.
I don't-
Turn us up.
No, I'm fine. I'm fine.
I don't know how that happened. That's on you, bud.
No, as in they're all as quiet as Scott Dickerson.
Okay. So, Jimmy, you're there for like I don't know how long. You take your time, and Neil, where are you on the ship right now?
Where am I on the ship? I'm at requisitions. I'm trying to get a new blue biro.
Down a little bit.
Oh yes. Damn. Sorry, I was turning up to the normal
Yeah, I know.
level. Better?
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
So you're getting a blue what?
Biro.
I don't know what that is.
It's a pen.
Okay.
There we go. Scott.
Call it
It's one of
pen.
these.
Call it a pen.
A ballpoint pen.
Okay.
Just call it a pen.
Don't try and constrain me in your envelope.
Okay, so
Tony.
you've headed to the replicator and you've essentially programmed in your specific, very specific. I feel like, right? It's
Well,
highly.
I think this
Too
is
loud.
the third one. What? Too loud?
Yeah.
Uh,
This is
how
all
about now?
Zagaticus'
Fuck,
fault.
Peachy. Why don't you just be normal?
Why are you
volume?
gonna mix the Scotticus?
I'm working on it.
Is that better? Are we
Yes.
good? Yeah, I think this is the third one I've got in this sitting.
There's a bit too much red in the ink. Can I have another one, please?
Very well. Lowering red approximately 2%. Is this acceptable?
We'll save this as Neo Beta 4.
Very well. Neil Beta 4.
Can you send the receipt, please, to my office?
You just hear like doodle-doop, doodle-doop, like for all these affirmatives. The little chime.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
There's always too much red.
So what am I doing? What am I up to?
You tell me.
No, as in, what am I supposed to be doing?
Well, you're the executive officer. You have on your data pad like a little pop-up that says meeting with Admiral Bruce and Captain McQuaid.
Right. Itinerary. Pen. Done. There's too much red. There's all too much red. Meeting. Right. I better get the available paperwork before we meet the Admiral and the Captain. Replicator, can I have a form 7428 in 6-tuplicate, please?
Chime.
You just get all these papers, put them on my clipboard.
Right.
And then I'm just gonna go to the meeting. Every time I pass someone, I'm gonna do the white boy British thing of going. You don't really smile. You just kind of, as people walk past you.
Okay. Yeah. So you're passing by various crew members. Are you heading for the transporter pad?
Is that the best way to get there? Is it?
Well, that's where you assume they'd be coming onto the ship from, right?
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yes. I would probably be there before they beamed aboard, though.
So, yeah, we can say that this is maybe 20 minutes ago.
Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah.
So are you waiting, like, in the transporter room, basically, for 20 minutes?
Six more minutes.
Well,
6.5 more minutes.
He's late for sure. Like he's late. Like we're talking like 15, 20 minutes late now, for this.
Computer.
You hear the chime.
Please locate Admiral
Bruce.
Admiral Bruce, please.
Admiral Bruce is not aboard the Explorer.
When has Admiral Bruce been on the ship today at all?
Admiral Bruce has not been on the ship today.
Okay. Protocol 4, Admiral missing in action. Wait on my okay for that, computer.
You hear the chime.
And I go through my notes and I check right at the back, and somebody's giving me a note. If someone's late, wait 20 minutes before raising alarm.
Right. I want an alarm in 20 minutes, please, to remind me to raise an alarm, computer.
Okay.
Thank you.
You just hear like these affirmative chimes. Then we go to RA9. RA9, what are you up to right now?
I'm wherever. I guess they wouldn't have laundry, but whatever they have the laundry on.
You just
ship.
take stuff into the replicator, and it just gives you like a new uniform.
Okay, I would at least. Okay, then I would scheme around wherever they could be close to find something that's not, because I have a pink output, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I hate it. I want something orange, so I'm just looking to see if there is anything that I could wear with that on. So I don't. Where on the ship would there be clothing?
You should just go to the replicator. You just make the clothing.
Okay, I would go there and see if anyone's left anything.
Yeah,
around.
it just like asks you the size that you want, and it's like, like, would you like to find clothing that will fit you appropriately?
That I'm there. Was that said to me now?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, sure.
Hello, replicator.
You hear the affirmative chime.
Could you get me a orange outfit?
Boom. In what style would you prefer?
In the science uniform.
I'm sorry, designation RA9. Science uniforms have been coded for the color fuchsia.
Fine.
And I would head on out.
Is this conversation a daily occurrence? Like, is this like?
Yes, it would be. Yes, yes. It's going to be, if anything. Then also, while I'm in there, is there any like tiny things, like staplers, anything that's just in that?
Sure. I mean, you have a replicator in your room.
Oh, so it's it in? Okay. Okay, then because my character will wear glasses, not because he needs them, but because he loves things.
So when
tiny
you say
things.
wear glasses, they're just like here, right? Like
Yeah,
you
no,
just
they
got
would
them
be here,
attached
but
to your
they
head.
wouldn't-
Oh, okay.
They would be here, but no glasses in them, right?
Okay.
Just have something. I would.
You
put
have like
those-
hipster glasses, basically. You just
Yes.
want the frames.
Yes. And then I would put those in. Like,
Please replicate glasses.
Very well. What kind of design would you like?
Replicate, please.
Would you like to see various designs?
No, replicate, please.
Very well. Most common glasses associated with the term glasses will be chosen for you. You see, like, glasses form. It's like a black frame, like, just the, like, straight up, like, generic plastic kind of glasses.
I would snag them instantly and just stuff them down my pocket, like it's crack or something, just quickly. And then, what time is it now?
So you basically, everybody here has on like their itinerary that Captain McQuaid will be doing an inspection of the ship and introducing himself to the crew today at probably like, we'll say 10:30 a.m. And right now it is like 10:45.
Shit. Okay. Well, then I wouldn't know that he's late, right? I would just know that I'm late currently.
Yeah.
Yeah. It'd be.
Oh, no, I'm late.
And I would just go and run down to wherever it is.
Okay. So you're gonna meet him at the transporter pad. Yeah. So Neil, you see RA9 just come flying through the door.
You're late, RA9.
Yes, I'm late. Very, very late, and so are you.
I've been here for an hour and 40 minutes.
Where is Captain Braxton?
You're currently missing. But don't worry. I have put out an alarm, so it reminds me to set an alarm for missing commanding officers.
Where is he?
I don't know.
Do you believe he's hurt?
Oh, do you think he's hurt?
Maybe he is dead. Oh,
Maybe
no.
he is dead.
What shall we do?
Computer,
You hear the
can
chime.
you start formulating the obituary for both missing officers, just in case, so we can save time and I can get them all signed, and send 6 copies to my office.
Hear the affirmative chime. I feel like anywhere that Neil goes, like that is the sound that you hear the most. It's like stupid affirmative chime noise follows him around. It might as well be playing like Jingle Bells or something. You know what I mean? It's ridiculous.
Do we just call it AI, by the way? Or does it have like a name?
The Data Organizational Registry Application.
Data Organizational Registry Application.
It's
Dora?
Dora on the Explorer.
Ah, okay, that's good. That's good.
I think I would call it Dora.
Dora.
As long as if we have to swipe door commands, if it doesn't work, she goes, swiper, no swiping.
So, Ruby, what are you up to?
Am I supposed to meet them at this pad, or am I scheduled to be met within the medical quarters?
All of the senior officers are technically supposed to greet the captain when they arrive. Sure.
Okay. Then you see essentially a fairly medium-sized pig humanoid, as in I have the snout and the little floppy ears, with a very modestly cute shoulder-length haircut, blonde. Well done. She definitely keeps herself pretty well put together. Has to impress. And you see her walking up the walkway, and she is going through a crew that she should be potentially having to examine as we go through. But she's treating it pretty much like Tinder, like ooh, oh, he's so cute. Mm-hmm. And she walks up, and she essentially sees Officer Beige, and she bumps into him, and she goes, "Hey, man."
Are you on time, by the way?
No.
No. Okay.
No.
So you walk in after RA9.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so wait, oh god, did you bump into me? Sorry.
No, I bumped into Beige.
Okay.
Ruby, no running on any important command decks unless emergency procedures have been, firstly, thoroughly read through and understood. Also, you're late.
I know I'm late. I had to go through counting all my stuff in my medical lab, just getting everything ready. But I see
Counting is important. And seeing as the Admiral and the Captain are not here, I'm only going to write you up on 1 demerit.
1 demerit? Only 1?
Yes.
Better than last time. I'll take it. It's fine.
Now that's 17 demerits you're on now, Ruby.
I'll just talk to the captain. It's fine.
I'm sure. Can you sign this, please?
I'm gonna have to read that little copy before you maybe sign anything. But thank you, though. Maybe
Okay,
later.
there are 6 copies. You need to sign all at the bottom.
Okay, you just send it to my assistant. Thank you.
Right. Who's your assistant?
Oh, I don't know. Her name is Petal McGee. She's my assistant.
Oh, Petal. Yes. She once gave me her yogurt because she couldn't manage it all.
Yeah, I think she's actually lactose intolerant, so you probably got the better end of that deal, anyways.
I like yogurt. It was strawberry.
Was it fruit on the bottom or stirred?
Oh, it was. I don't like to mix
Fruit
it
on the bottom is
myself.
better. You got to do it yourself. You
Does
gotta remember
Neil Neil even get the yogurt with the fruit in it? I feel like Neil gets like
The fruit is in there. It's part of the yogurt. It's all like a self-contained unit. I'm not a wild man. I just want my yogurt with strawberries in it.
Do you like any other fruit? I can't remember. Maybe I'll tell Pillar next time.
I once tried a banana.
Just once?
Yes.
You know, they're really good for your, like, movement.
My movement.
Mm-hmm. Just let you know. Just in case you ever get a little stopped up. You get one of them bananas, maybe get some coconut milk. Super good. Super good for you.
My movement?
Your,
Yeah,
when you have to go poo, sweetheart. You have to go poo.
Oh, right. Oh.
I think I go a little bit red.
but I think for Neil that's just from like that's like one increment on the hue scale. It's just you like one
tinge.
Yeah.
Just a slight
I
little.
don't, out of character, I don't know what your character's race is. Or
I am what type of human was it? I've forgotten. Engineered, something like that.
You're a
Chosen
human.
okay.
He looks
I've
like a
been
regular.
carefully-
He just looks like a regular human. For all
Okay,
intents and purposes.
Off broadcast, I want to try to figure out any sort of like history that my character would know with you, because she considers you a friend. But I just want to find like light details in between, so I can ask you about stuff like that if that's okay.
Okay. I think the last Jimmy, are you putting any kind of priority on this? You're late already. Like you're late.
Definitely not putting any
Are
priority
you
on
like
it.
are you even headed to the transporter pad?
No, man. I'm looking at Uber Eats to see if they'll deliver to a Starship.
You have replicators.
Yeah, I know, but I just got
Doesn't taste the same.
It's not the same as someone delivering the food to you. You know what I mean? Plus, I like to look for organic places because that's what I'm into. So I'm looking for like an organic place that will deliver to a Starship. That's what I'm doing. I'm sitting on the shitter.
Oh God. So definitely, Captain McQuaid and the Admiral beam on like a half a second, Neil, before your like emergency alarms start to go off.
Awesome.
Command on deck.
Immediately upon like teleporting, Braxton, you and the Admiral arrive aboard the Explorer. Two alarm klaxons going off.
Computer, please halt all the alarms.
Yeah, I as soon as I fully phase in and I hear the alarm going off, I instantly just look at Neil.
Sorry, there was only 3.5 strawberries in my yogurt.
What?
My yogurt, I put them together. There was only 3.5. I feel like there should have been 4, but it was only 3.5. It is possible that I missed some when I was looking through.
Well, yeah, what is our salute? Is it a straight...
What would you guys like it to be? No, it's not 2 in the pink, 1 in the stinks. I gotta guess it's not that.
I really want the red dwarf one. It's so good.
I think it should just be like a thumbs up or something silly.
Yeah, it was just a fucking...
A thumbs up has been the new salute.
Perfect.
But which hand is it? Left? Is it the left hand?
It's the left hand.
Oh shit.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
You need to keep your right hand free. Or like burritos and stuff.
Okay. Left hand thumb salute. So you guys have also been joined by 2 other crew members. You've been joined by a Canid, who you would know as Weiler.
Rufus. Damn it. No.
Stop it. Just stop it. It's a Weiler, a Canid by the name of Weiler. It's a woman. She is the chief tactical officer.
Tactics.
Yeah, and she looks like a Rottweiler. She's extremely gruff and harsh. She's like a sort of very much like kind of like the angry version of Neil.
Still bureaucratic, but just on the other scale.
Yep.
Other end of the scale.
Yep.
Okay.
So she was there probably on time at the door, though. Like she was watching the door, very much like focused on keeping her back to the wall and standing rigidly, and you're also joined by a small payjack. As you were walking to the transporter pad, Captain McQuaid, Admiral Bruce would have told you of the only payjack that is part of the... I gotta get my acronym thing loaded. The Alliance of Solar Systems Planetary Orbital Organization, Navy.
Cool, so the only payjack in
the
whole
only
alliance.
one, yeah. And you immediately that brings up like a lot of red flags, right? Because the payjack are members of the True Alliance.
Mm-hmm.
So this is like a very bold kind of move. A payjack by the name of Zebu.
Zebu.
Yes. Yep. And Zebu is the senior helm officer, basically the pilot, the head pilot of the ship.
Okay.
Um,
So yeah, I'm like doing like a head count of all the senior crew.
Are they waving?
We're,
Toad out of
missing-
formality, just like, hey.
I just give you a nod, and I look to RA9 as well.
Admiral Bruce just kind of like speaks up and says, "Senior officers, welcome Captain Braxton McQuaid aboard the Explorer, please."
I look to Admiral Bruce, look back to the crew. I lean into Admiral Bruce as well. I think we're missing our chief engineer as well.
You're right. Where is Chief Engineer Marinson? Computer, can you
I'll
please
sneak
locate
over.
Chief
I did
Engineer?
See a stall occupied. Just let you know.
Can you please
Sorry.
locate Chief Engineer Marinson? Affirmative chime. Are you still in the bathroom, Jimmy?
Yeah.
Chief Engineer Marinson is currently located in the lavatory on the engineering deck.
Really? Ruby.
Captain, Space Regulation 42816 does state that a toilet emergency is you're allowed to be late for 3 minutes for any meeting if you're having a toilet emergency. I assume that's where you were, why you were late as well, Captain.
Not quite. Could you print that out for me as well?
Yes, I will print it out in 6-tuplet.
Okay. Am I able to? I look to RA9, the ship comms. Am I able to address directly to him in the bathroom?
Captain, your badge is a communicator.
I'm aware of that.
You could it's actually an interesting story. A lot of people
Can you go and print
cover up
those forms now and bring them?
yes,
Hand deliver them.
Yeah,
to my
I will
office?
go. I will print. Right. Yes, I did get a new pen today as well.
Oh, perfect. Hopefully it's a red one. I
Gone.
love red ink.
I'm gone.
It's too much red.
Yeah, I hit my my little badge. Computer, patch me into the washroom where our chief engineer is currently residing, please.
Hear the affirmative chime.
Yes, Mr. Marinson. When you're finished, please report to my ready room. I just turn off comms. So, I suppose we should wait for Jimmy. Let's head to the ready room. Discuss before we head out. Is that okay with you, Admiral?
It's your ship, Captain Braxton. You want to do that before we take a tour?
Well, I'd like my whole crew to be present.
Fair enough.
We'll just wait here. 1 second. I hit the badge again. Yes, Mr. Marinson, just report to the teleportation room when you're finished. And I close comms again. I open them one more time. I'm sorry for the interruption. I close them again.
Is it one of those things where you're trying to like control your butt, like your butt sphincter? It's like
Trying not to splash while he's talking.
Good lord.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me your endurance dice pool, please, Jimmy.
You rolling for girth or?
No.
And 11.
Okay. Yeah, it takes you maybe like another 5 minutes to kind of finish up here. You need more bran, man.
Yeah. I'll head off to the ready room after that. I'll just glance through the kind of engineering bay and just.
How? So he went to the ready room. After like another few minutes pass, I assume he should be here by now. I'm just gonna hit I'm not gonna hit the badge. The computer is just everywhere. It's just you can.
Yeah, when you're on the ship, you can. We're getting some bleed through, by the way, on somebody's. I don't know if it's Peachy or Zagonicus.
Might be
My
me.
sound should be off.
I don't know. Computer, locate Chief Engineer Jimmy Marinson.
Chief Engineer Jimmy Marinson is currently located in the captain's ready room.
I just opened up shipwide communications. Chief Engineer Jimmy Marinson, please report to the teleportations room. Right. Close comms.
Yeah, I head off to the teleportation deck.
I'm just like sighing constantly, and I'm just looking through my data pad.
Are you rushing at all,
like,
Jimmy?
No, I like taking my time.
I'd like to rush past Jimmy with like papers going everywhere.
Hi, Jimmy.
You just see the thumb. You just see the thumb come flying past you, Jimmy.
Jimmy.
As we're waiting, I'm gonna head over to Ruby. So, Ruby, congratulations on your placement here aboard the ship, and congratulations on graduating at the academy.
Thank you, thank you. What's it's been since maybe like 2318 since I've seen you. Weren't you in that? You were in that big fight with that hockey match you did that one time.
Yeah,
How's your best friend? Is he okay? I know he came in at the same time you did. He had what, like a dislocated ACL or something? I can't remember.
I think so. He's a big fella. He's only about
I remember being really big too. Yeah.
8 feet tall. He
Yeah.
got the better of me. But no, I'm doing okay. Congratulations as well, though. That's fantastic that you got assigned here. That's great news.
Is that a little bit of worry in your voice?
No, not at all. Not at all.
Oh,
Not even
okay.
the slightest bit.
Okay. I mean, this is my like second mission since Academy graduate, but you know,
No,
I think you know, I'm excited. This is the biggest crew I've ever had to deal with, so I'm excited.
Well, you have some wonderful crew underneath you. So if you need anything, just ask.
Oh, I will.
I would like to appear in their conversation.
Sure. Please.
Oh, hey, Neil.
Please go ahead and roll me your agility plus your mingling skill.
I have something. Well, what was it called? I'm like,
Aggressive
people
mingling.
don't notice me. I've forgotten what it was called. Legend, Destiny. Oh, I can't remember.
You have the exploits. That's what your character sheet is for. Do you want to look at those?
I am looking at it, but it wasn't an exploit. It was something to do with. It doesn't matter. You would like me to roll agility plus
Your mingling.
mingling. How do I roll this? Like agility.
Okay, just change the pull down.
No luck die.
Okay, an 11 on a 46. You spill papers, maybe like as you're coming into the room, and you hear like the growl from Weiler as you do, kind of like glaring at you. She says,
"Sir, do you need any help?
As soon as she says that, I'm like, oh, my goodness.
Let me help you with that, sir.
No, it's they're very
I'll get
important
it for you.
documents.
Don't worry.
I need to give this to the captain.
Just give. Let me have.
I just want. You can have them.
Let me have.
I'm giving constant look, like side-eye looks to the Admiral.
yeah, she's essentially like
what is this?
she's essentially like playing tug of war with you, but like it's just a natural reaction. It's just instinct. As soon as you like
Officers,
let it go, she starts like wiggling the paper, like shaking it around.
stop this nonsense
Thank
now.
you. Captain, could you sign these, please?
She
What
sits
are these again?
she sits bolt upright and like drops the paper.
Hang on.
I'm sorry, Captain.
Please watch yourself. It's unnecessary.
It's good. It's good. If you could just sign the bottom here.
What are these forms?
The forms you literally just asked me to go and get, Captain.
Oh, I actually no, I don't need
Just
them
sign
now.
here. Just sign here.
I put the pen in his hand and start moving his hand.
Just
How do you know my signature?
Captain, I'm the XO. It's my job to know how to sign stuff that you won't sign because you'll never sign anything because.
I looked at the tactics officer. Is this legal? He's forging my signature.
Technically, no, sir.
Don't do that again.
And here. And here.
I don't care about these these forms.
And here. Right, thank you, Captain.
And I just fill in his signature, which I've probably done 1,000 times before.
Wait, do we all need to sign some laboratory forms?
No,
Just say we
this is
can't be in there.
unnecessary.
I could print up some laboratory 1S forms. We haven't had any of those in a long time. They're quite exciting because they actually stipulate the regulations that were brought up previously
Just
in the form.
Number one, bring those forms to my office, please.
Right. Well, they're already signed, Captain. So
That's
I could
wonderful.
just file
put
them.
them in the filing cabinet.
The
yes.
best part is Neil totally passed by. He lapped Jimmy.
Is Jimmy just like casually strolling, just like?
Yeah, I'm looking at my app to see how close the delivery guy is, and I'm trying to time it so I arrive right when he does.
Oh my god. Okay, I have an idea for my third character real quick.
So so basically you hear Zebu, the Pajak, who's operating like the teleporter pad, saying,
Captain, I'm sorry to interrupt, but we have a teleportation currently scheduled to come onto the ship.
Yes. We have been here a little bit too long. We need to find Mr.
No,
Marnson.
I'm sorry, sir. I'm afraid you don't understand. We have a teleportation incoming to the ship. It is being picked up by our buffer.
A teleportation being picked up?
And regulated teleportation form 472B. Captain, if you could sign here, and here, and here.
Can
Thank you, Captain.
we discern the nature of this teleportation signature?
It appears to be coming from Earth. Apparently, a request is being sent from a place called Canada Eats.
Canada Eats?
Yes, sir.
Can you get back in touch with them and ask them the nature of this order?
It appears that someone aboard the ship has placed an order.
Not me.
Do you eat?
No.
Oh. It's too bad.
asking.
Technically, Captain, androids can eat if they wish to. They can even process minerals into important things that their body might need.
Very
such as
interesting, Neil. Very,
yes.
very
Actually, I watched a documentary on it last night.
Neil, can you look into the nature of this transmission?
Yeah. Yes.
right now is when Jimmy walks into the teleportation room. What does Jimmy look like?
Kind of a scraggly, unkempt looking beard, not too thick, kind of thin looking, you know what I mean? You're one of those people who grow a beard, but it doesn't grow in really thick. And kind of thin, limp, kind of long hair about shoulder length, kind of plain brown eyes. It looks...
How tall is he?
Yeah, about 5'10". He's not like super tall. He looks like a pretty average person for the most part, yeah.
Okay, he walks in. You're immediately greeted like at the door by Weiler. And she says,
Here is our missing chief engineer, sir.
Mr. Marinson,
Yeah.
you're on time, I see.
Always, Captain.
Don't make a habit of it.
What?
Captain, it's an older code, but it checks out.
Older code. Oh, delivery.
Transport request code, Captain.
Oh, that's for me, Captain.
What do you mean, for you?
I ordered tacos, Captain.
What? Are you high?
Well, we're in orbit, Captain.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's really quite humorous.
Look, just get it delivered to your quarters and eat it after.
Because you see, RA9, we're actually quite high from the floor of the planet.
Neil, can you just
It's
stop doing what you do? for a
Yes,
moment?
Captain.
Thank you. All right, can we get this tour underway? Let's go. I'm just gonna walk out the door.
But I wait for my tacos.
Yeah, I wait. If you're just standing there,
Yeah.
just get them teleported to your room, your chambers.
But
That's an order. Thank you, Mr.
I
Marenson.
mean, you really shouldn't walk and eat at the same time anyway. It's pretty difficult. Also, has the problem.
such a bummer, Captain.
Captain, also Space Regulation 247 does state that no personal teleportations can be directly to a person's room.
Okay, well, how about this? You can personally deliver Mr. Marenson's tacos to his chambers for him, and then just meet up with us on the tour.
But Captain, it does state that I should, as the XO, the second in command, accompany you around the ship as you are given the tour.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Neil is correct.
It's my job to be correct.
Dude, it's just some tacos, man.
It's not just some tacos, it's the principle.
Admiral Bruce leans towards you and says, "You better get this nipped in the bud soon, Braxton."
Don't worry, I got this. Listen, forget the tacos. We're going on the tour of the ship now. No more dilly-dallying. Let's go.
What about the dude?
No, let's go.
Does anyone know what the dude is?
Weiler steps up and says,
You heard the captain!
Yeah, the delivery dude. That's the dude.
Everybody get in line for the tour.
I do it very quickly.
Zebu kind of moves in a weird way. They've got really long arms, and they've got 6 arms and 2 legs. So they kind of their arms stick out, kind of on a weird angle. To you it appears like their forearms are a bit shorter, and their upper arms are extended a little bit more, so they're a weird angle, and they kind of move with their elbows extended outwards.
I have a question. Which left arm do they salute with?
All of them. They give you
All
the
of
triple thumbs up.
Oh, that's nice. That
Yeah.
is nice.
I love a good triple thumbing.
That's a
Okay. So everybody just kind of gets lined up, and we see Jimmy looking wistfully at the transporter.
Jimmy,
Yes, Captain.
you're an officer. Can you act like it? The food can wait.
Sure thing, Captain.
Thank you. All right, now let's get this underway. And I pull up the docket. Where to first? And I'm just gonna look at the closest main laboratory or main station aboard the ship.
Sure. I mean, technically, you can head to medical. Medical's close if you're looking for a lab of some sort.
Yeah, we'll head to medical first.
Okay. Yeah, you can go to basically Ruby's stomping grounds. You can head to the sick bay. Okay.
Which is really well organized. You see little plants everywhere because she likes to keep little plant life alive. She got some really good little decorations going on. Little picture of mom and dad. Perfectly put away.
Okay. So you guys head towards the sick bay. and everything's kind of like put together. There's a few people that are still like working around the ship. As you guys are walking through the corridors and whatnot, you can see like there's people with some like some acetylene torches, like sort of cleaning up some of the bulkheads and whatnot, and just doing like general maintenance and stuff. And a few people like like as they see you, they just kind of salute and they just say like Captain.
Yeah, I smile.
Sorry, Captain. We're still tidying up after the refit.
Oh, that's no big deal.
I do have a complete breakdown of what was changed if you would like to hear it.
Just send it to my computer.
I will send 6 copies. I will need you to sign them and return them to me.
Why would I need to sign?
Because order is important, Captain. We need to make sure everything... Receipts are very good, Captain. If you have any spare receipt, even receipts that might not be useful or pertaining to anything, I kind of collect receipts.
Yes, just forward a single copy to my computer, and that is all.
6 copies.
1 copy.
Yes, Captain. Do you have any receipts from Timmy's?
Why would I keep my receipts?
Well, the receipts are important, so you know what... I mean, how do you keep track of your taxes or your expenditure?
Can we save this for later?
Captain, if you look after the pennies, the pounds will look after themselves.
Ruby, this sick bay, it's quite wonderful. Could you show us around it a little bit?
So,
Thank you.
Did I give everybody access to the Starship info? Yeah, it should be all players. You guys should have the Starship info handout. Yeah, so there's all kinds of details there about the facilities in general. The number in parentheses is basically how many people can be sort of like housed in those areas. So you can see that the sick bay can house up to 20 people, basically. And we can assume that that's probably like... I would say you probably have like 5 beds and maybe like 15 examination areas, maybe. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So you probably have like 5 like devoted medical beds for people to use, and then you have 15 like smaller areas to examine people. So you have a staff, and I don't want you to think about this right now, but I want everybody to kind of work on their secondary and tertiary characters, because everybody's going to have 3 characters in total. So I want there to be some communication between the senior officers responsible for their parts of the ship, and we'll work out the staff for each of those.
But our secondary characters don't have to be underneath.
No.
Okay.
But I want there to be communications. So
else,
if Peachy decides he wants to make a medical character as a second or third character, that's part of your staff. You're in charge of them. You're the senior officer. So you guys are all in charge of, any other character that's working in that section.
I do have a nurse called Andykin.
Okay.
Andykin Slywarmer.
Oh my
We'll keep
god.
an eye on them.
So I'm going to make essentially a ship database that everybody will be able to add to, that you guys will be able to just pop in a character, and it'll just have some like general information for each of the characters. So we can have like a whole crew roster, and just that'll be something that we release for the Patreon on Tablestory.
Oh, is there a Patreon?
There is,
People
in
can
fact.
help support?
People can help support if they simply go to the Tablestory Patreon, located at patreon.com/Tablestory.
That's so helpful. Thank you.
I know. So, that's just something to think about. I want to like work on all this stuff together, so like we can have like a really cool like crew list, and then we can figure out who the sacrifices will be. I would expect that your secondary and tertiary characters have a high chance of death. They will be the quote-unquote red shirts. But yeah. So That's just something to think about. Okay, so we walk into the sick bay area, and it's pretty nice. There's probably like a little bit of retrofitting being done here. Jimmy, what's being done here? What's being worked on?
The scanners are being put in. That's a big deal.
The scanners. Do you have any more information on those?
I did put in a request for like level 3 medical scanners. Did you see my request come through? I just want to make sure I sent it over to the engineering office.
Those passed through my office.
Yeah, I
And
sent
they
you
were
two
sent
this-
to engineering. Engineering have, yes, engineering did receive them.
Do you have a rubber stamp, Neil? I
Come
feel
on.
like you have an ink pad with a rubber stamp. That's
Like fucking wax in his.
He's got it in a belt holster.
Oh my god, he so
Fanny
does.
pack.
fanny pack of stamps. Yeah. Oh my
is
God.
it
Late at night, naked, sweating in the dark.
He mixes custom inks for his pads of ink.
do you just
Too much red.
Is it like
God.
a Wild West type of like gun twirl that you do with the rubber stamp? It's the only time you flourish anything.
My stamping is on point.
It's always perfectly parallel to the paper, like never an angle.
You practice perfectly so that it's an even stamp. You know when you
There-
stamp it and
yeah.
it's a little bit off kilter and you get like one side rised up a little bit and it doesn't do like a full seal all the way around with the rubber.
There are 4 regulation angles that you can stamp a form with.
While Jimmy's looking at his notifications for his receipts of things requested, Ruby's gonna lean over and go, "Wait, how many? Is that like 100 unread messages? You gotta keep a notice on that. That would trigger me so bad. I can't do that. You get those read. I mean, I can't even imagine what your junk mail's like.
Don't worry about it.
I mean, if my request is in there, I'm gonna be worrying about it. Just letting you know. Nothing. Just
You guys
might
are
be,
fucked.
It might be under Tootie. Tootie's last name, maybe Tootie first, and then Ruby. In your receipts.
Oh, yeah. I was looking at kittens.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Admiral Bruce,
I see it now.
Admiral Bruce, like leans in to you, Captain McQuaid, and he says, "Just so you're aware, Captain McQuaid, most of the retrofits were supposed to be done by now."
Mr. Marinson,
Namaste, Captain.
just how delayed are we on the retrofit? I want an exact answer. No roundabouts, no ums, no ifs. Give me an actual timeline, please.
Sure. Hey, computer.
Affirmative chime.
How long till we're done?
Time estimates have not been sent to the computer terminal. Apparently, it appears that Chief Engineer Jimmy Marinson is
That's
required
me.
to send those.
Yeah. There you have it, Captain.
There I have what? That gives me nothing. All
And
it
did you
tells
forget
me...
to send some forms, Jimmy? Would you like some help?
Mr. Page, could you please stay on top of him?
No need to get physical, man.
What?
I don't understand the order, Captain.
So I'm sorry, you asked for Mr. Who?
Mr. Beige.
Ah, yes, okay.
Yeah.
I don't understand the order, Captain.
What do you mean you don't understand the order? Make
Stay on top
sure
of him.
that he gets that done. Gets those files sent to the computer so we can update the timeline.
Yes, Captain.
Thank you.
Jimmy.
I'm gonna go over to Jimmy with some with my clipboard and some. I've got every single form you could ever possibly need on a spaceship, just there, ready. Maybe not in 6 tablet though.
I show you my data pad. And some pictures of kittens on it.
Does that say? Well, that's a cat, Jimmy.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And is it just the sensors that need to be done?
Just the medical scanners.
Just the
And
medical
then-
scanners.
It's done.
And then it's done.
Yep.
Right.
Neil, please give me a management plus your logic skill.
Management plus my logic.
Okay, a 15 on a 5d6. You realize from the stockpile of messages on Jimmy's data pad that's overloaded with malware and pictures of kittens everywhere. I think that Jimmy's probably also set it so that like each button push on the data pad also is like a so it's extra annoying whenever he's doing anything on the data pad near anybody, and especially because he also chuckles at the same time.
I was just gonna say, does
yeah.
he giggle every
Yeah.
time it happens?
Meow, 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 meow.
That's a little bit obnoxious, Jimmy.
So yeah, you know for a fact that Jimmy is like way behind, purely based on his organizational status, which baffles, hurts, and dismays you.
Jimmy, your organizational skills leave a lot to be desired. I actually attended a 4-day symposium on organization skills just for rulers. It might actually be helpful for you as an intro to being organized. Right, you look very interested. If it's just the medical scanners, if you go into your notifications, yeah, and then there's a preloaded template, yeah, and then type in medical scanners.
Yeah.
That's not how you spell medical, Jimmy.
Quickly leaned into Ruby. Is there a cat?
Yeah, that's better. And then you can send that. You're the head of staff. You can send it to all the engineers below you. If you hit the send button. Right, and then the query will clear up when everyone's received their messages, Jimmy. And you've sent the order, Jimmy, so that then that'll get done. See, look, there's 3 engineers here already to install them.
Yeah, they're all just lined up, like ready to go. Like everybody else on the ship is like professional, and like how Jimmy somehow managed to get the chief engineer position is baffling.
Yeah. Hey, dudes.
Nepotism.
Yeah, they all just
Scanners.
they immediately start to like go off and start to fix the scanners, Ruby.
See, now
Not
that
a problem.
Taco. Actual fixed scanners.
Right.
Not before fixed scanners.
Captain.
After scanners. Thank you.
I
Yes, Mr. Marinson.
So, do you know it'd be really cool?
What?
Tacos.
And that's where we're going to take our first break of this episode. Yeah, we're going to try and keep the breaks kind of low on the Tablestory shows these days, guys. So we're only going to take the one. We're only going to take the one break. But if you guys are unaware, Tablestory now has a Patreon. If you head on over there, you can help support Tablestory in general. This will allow us to increase the production quality of our shows. It will allow us to get you some really cool rewards. I will be rolling out a lot of stuff on the Patreon this weekend. After the show, I'm going to post some stuff, and we're going to post some stuff tomorrow. We have a lot of content that we've been working on for the last like 2 months getting stuff ready. For all patrons, Brad has actually created a special one-shot adventure for D&D 5th edition, which you can find for as low as $1. And you can check that out on the Patreon. It's really cool, and some excellent artwork from Anna the Newt. She's a lovely human and a wonderful artist. And why don't we go ahead and take that break? We'll be back in just a little bit, guys. Hang tight. See you in just a few. Welcome back, everybody, to Tablestory Warped. How's it going? Welcome back. So, Jimmy's babbling about tacos for a while. And what's next on the list here for where you want to visit?
We don't have a ship map yet, but
Nope.
I will pick the next main place I want to go. I want to go to the laboratory.
Okay. So
Yes.
this is under the guidance of RA9.
Yeah, so like I'd say just before we finish or finish in the sick bay, I'm gonna wander over to RA9 and just like tap you on the shoulder. Yes, Mr. RA9, is it?
Hello, Braxton. Yes,
That's Captain, please.
Captain Braxton. I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay. No harm done. No harm done.
That's an infringement.
Oh,
We're gonna have to give you a demerit for that
He said
RA9.
it was okay.
don't listen to him.
It's
Thank you,
official
Captain
record.
Braxton.
Captain,
Wait.
you're going to have to sign about 22 different forms if you're going to acknowledge his demerit.
Just-
RA9, is that a little bit of my medical tape you got sticking out of your pocket?
For the record, is but
No, this is mine.
Is that my washi tape? It's got a little bit of donuts on it.
Tape is tape. Tape is everywhere.
Officer Beige, how many orders of donut tape did I put in? Whatever. Do you remember that?
Last time it was 72 cases.
Okay, let me look at
72
my
Captain,
days.
should we
Cases
go
of
check
tape.
out the laboratory?
No.
I mean, if you
RA,
want to borrow it, that's fine. But you just
be
gotta
honest with
be
me,
nice.
RA9. Did
Of
you
course,
take the
Captain.
tape? Did you take the tape?
Of course not, Captain. I would never lie to Captain.
Can I discern if he's lying?
I
Sure.
can run a stock check if you
I
want,
roll?
Captain.
Sure. So RA9, roll me a charisma plus bluffing if you have it, or some kind of skill that you can say is close.
I haven't had a good stock take since August.
So the way that you do this roll basically is your pull down menu. You don't have any bluffing.
No.
Yeah, you don't really have anything. So this is straight up going to be the charisma attribute. So just click cha up at the top there.
no.
A 9 on a 3d6.
Okay.
Braxton, go ahead and make an intuition plus insight if you've got it.
Intuition plus insight.
Yep.
I don't have insight, so
Okay.
I'll go intuition.
An 11. So you can see the tape. Like, it's got little donuts on it.
I'm
It's
holding up my
sticky.
clipboard. It's like also the same tape. It's holding.
RA9 is clearly like using his thumb to like kind of stick it in there, but it keeps getting stuck to his thumb, and he keeps like pulling the tape out and trying to stick it back in. It's just like
It gets
this
stuck
awkward.
on my hand. It's like
Yeah.
everywhere.
RA9,
Yes, Captain.
why did you just lie to me?
I did not lie to Captain. I would never lie to Captain.
I can see the donuts on the tape. It's hanging out of your pocket. Look,
Dude.
it's a vanilla donut.
Donuts.
It's right there.
Zebu leans into you, Jimmy, and says,
What is a donut?
You'll see.
As he puts an order in.
Yeah. Meow, meow.
Can we?
Tacos
salesman.
and donuts.
Just all of us.
Meow.
Oh, Captain, you mean this?
Yes, that is what I just said. The donut tape in your pocket.
I am so sorry. I was under the belief that this was flat rope.
What? Flag rope?
Flat.
No,
Flat rope.
sweetheart. That's meant to tape papers down. Here's let's work out a deal, okay? Since I love that tape so much. Anytime you have to do any orders or any like reports sent to me over in the medical office, just use that tape on it. That's the deal. You can have it, but you just gotta use it effectively with my orders only.
Of course.
Thank you.
Okay,
Thank
that
you very
settles it between you two. However, you still just lied to a ranking officer.
This is not tape.
Tape.
This is flat rope.
When we finish this tour, RA9, I need to meet you in my ready room.
Of course, Captain.
Thank you. Okay, continue with the tour.
Captain,
Yes, Neil.
I do have a requisition for 4 boxes of flat rope. on board in the inventory of the ship.
Does that really need my eyes?
No, Captain, you seem
Someone else-
confused of the idea of flat rope.
Explain to me what flat rope is then.
Let's have a look. Flat rope is a binding, or it seems to be tape, Captain.
Flat rope. Best rope.
It does say flat rope.
Conserves all the space.
It doesn't say anything of whether or not it's space flat rope or not.
Again, this does not concern me. Why can you not deal with that? It's an order for 4 things of rope. Flat rope.
I can deal with it, Captain. I thought it might be pertinent to your meeting with RA9.
Officer Beige, who put in that order?
The flat rope was put in by RA9.
Oh, so you got
That's
enough.
me.
You have enough flat rope, you know? Okay, well.
Again, why he is the head science officer aboard this ship. If he wants to requisition 4 pieces of flat rope, he has the right to do so.
And he did, Captain.
Then why are you
boxes.
telling me?
4 boxes.
I don't need to know this. When this comes up again, I want you to do one thing for me, okay?
Yes,
File
Captain.
this away in your little head, okay?
Right. Yes.
Don't.
My head is average size, Captain. I had it measured when I was younger.
He did. I have it in my records. It's about I don't know, I'd say like 8.5 inches.
She measured it for me. I did ask her to do it twice, just in case.
Just in case. I always gotta double check.
Yes. It's better to be safe than it is to be sorry.
I'll nudge Captain. Here, watch this. How about Officer Beige, if you don't mind, just send R89 that order inventory that he put in, just so he knows how much flat rope he has, so he doesn't take any more from anybody else.
Right. Right. Emergency computer.
And I'm walking out the room to go and deal with this, talking to the computer as I go.
All right, 9,
Yes.
let's go, please.
4 boxes of flat rope.
This way, everyone.
Laboratory.
Okay, so RA9, what does your laboratory look like?
It would look very standard, like the one in. Have you seen Life or Alien? Like the one where they have just a flat board in the middle, or like, oh, that would be medical, though, wouldn't it?
Mhm.
It could be used for science. It's fine. The only thing that would be off is that there are a load of see-through boxes that are organized, but what's in them is just junk, a crap ton of junk around like my personal sitting area.
Yeah, so you have there's 15 crew members that you have working under you for the science labs, and you've got various like workstations kind of set up around the room. There's going to be something for like astral navigation. You're going to have something for like just like kind of biology. You're going to have some stuff set up for various sciences throughout the lab. I think those are some of the more like obvious ones though that you can just kind of see. Jimmy, what has or RA9? What hasn't been done here that Jimmy is supposed to be working on?
Here, there is no lamps in the ceiling. They're all just not screwed in at all. There's no light.
Whoa. So are you performing some experiment, Jim? RA9?
Yeah, it's dark in here, dude.
It is extremely dark. We are waiting for Jimmy to put in the lamps.
Really?
Yes, the chief engineer was scheduled week ago to put in all lamps.
Jimmy, what do you have to say about this? Mr. Marinson,
I don't remember last week.
please head to requisitions, grab all fluorescent
Yeah.
tubes, ballast,
Uh-huh.
your toolkit, Moretz,
Yeah.
electrical
Uh-huh.
meter, and please install them right now.
Wait. Say that again.
just get it fixed now.
Meow.
Go to requisitions, get what you need. Come
Meow.
back, fix it.
Meow.
Why is there a cat? Where's the cat? Is there a cat here?
Immediately, Weiler just like starts like sniffing around.
There is no cat.
Can I also get tacos?
Now,
I got-
Mr. Marinson.
wait. I got an idea. How about every
Now.
time I say tacos, I sing tacos?
Turn around.
Can I get some
Head to requisitions.
tacos?
The Admiral is using every ounce
Weiler?
of possible
Weiler.
like. Yeah, Weiler steps forward like after the sort of cat euphoria has worn off. Just kind of like turns around.
Captain!
Please bring Mr. Marinson to the brig
Oh, I thought you were gonna say tacos.
and leave him in there for a day for disobeying orders.
Whoa, wait. Do I
Yeah.
still get tacos?
Weiler grabs you by the arm and just starts hauling you away.
Also, there's a bunch of almost like a stockpile, like Amazon boxes, not Amazon, but like boxes of delivery that is just spread out everywhere. And I'm very proud to show Braxton all like what it is. Just go around like,
These are the boxes I've ordered of cutlery. Here are the straws.
All right,
and it's like an insane amount of everything.
can I call you RA? What would you
Of
prefer to
course,
be called?
Captain.
You do realize it's very dark in here, and I can't see anything.
It sounds like those plastic forks.
Yes.
You can. How can you tell?
I have really bad eyesight. I can't see crap, but I can hear pretty good when it comes to stuff like this. So, especially when it comes to like cutlery and stuff. Sounds like is that plastic Oneida brand?
The
Did we
medical
get the
option is
best?
correct.
I mean, apparently, spared no expense. They say so.
It is 562,000 plastic forks.
Are you having a mess hall too?
No, they're used for science.
Um.
And
number one.
over there, Captain, over here, we have 403,291 straws in two colors.
Okay. I'm gonna pull out my data pad, and I'm assuming it has a flashlight on it.
Yes,
So I'm
absolutely.
gonna turn on my data pad's flashlight, like I'm just holding up like a tablet. Okay, look, RA, I'm not exactly interested in the nitty gritty of the number of forks or plates or straws you have.
Of course, Captain.
Secondly, why are they in the science laboratory?
Don't worry about it, Captain. It's for science.
Don't worry about it.
It is my
It's
expertise.
taking up valuable space.
Over here, we have cups. 643 cups has been ordered.
Okay, we'll come back to here when Jimmy gets out of the brig and gets these lights fixed.
Of course, Captain.
Wait. Is this cup orders and I assume by sound knives, forks, spoons, sporks, straws, everything, lids? Is this the reason why the expenses got cut in the medical bay area and I only got 5
Yeah.
beds,
So,
I suppose?
what I'd like to say here is for your requisitions, for your departments, you guys have your credits. That's your like replicator rations.
So this is his own
RA9, please roll me. Doot. Let's see. How many credits do you have? 160. Go ahead and roll me a 160, please.
Wait, 1d60?
1d160.
Oh,
Okay, so you spent 28 of your replicator rations on random articles of bullshit that the science lab currently has.
nice.
Oh, this came out of your personal budget. Okay, good. I was about to get on you because I'm gonna need them extra medical bites, just like you.
No. I need them for my work.
Well, if you say so, I want to report actually on what you're doing with these forks and cups and plates, if you could.
Of course. Anything for you, Captain.
Yes, thank you. So we'll come back here when. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna hit my comms badge, Mr. Marinson.
Namaste, Captain.
Yes. I'll let you out of the brig if you come and fix these lights.
Sounds like a deal, Captain.
Perfect. Head to requisitions, get what I said earlier, and get it done, would you?
Yeah. What about tacos?
Aren't you off in like an hour? Can you not wait?
Yeah. Yeah. I go and I
How did your volume get so much louder? Oh my god.
Yeah, what's up with that?
Jesus
it just
Christ.
happen?
No, it's been up and down. I've been having to adjust you manually.
You have something on Windows that like balances it automatically?
You know, I feel like there's a way that we could handle this like so easily.
Like, it's okay, Mark. You don't have to talk about that anymore.
Zagonicus.
Yeah, it's okay, Mark.
Zagonicus.
Yeah?
Send me
Mm-hmm.
your
Yeah.
address
Mm-hmm.
so
Something
that I
tough?
can buy you a mixer.
Mate, okay, fine. We'll talk about it later, okay? But right now, I've got some fluorescent tubes to install in the science lab. Whack, okay? Fuck, I'm a busy man. Yeah, I I get the stuff as ordered, and I head over to the science lab. I bring a step ladder, and it has a floral pattern on it. I specifically asked for that from the requisitions. I want one with flowers on.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, I mean, you can straight up make the replicator do that. Like, it's not a difficult thing. If you want to just like add floral pattern to ladder, that's super
I
easy.
totally do that.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And I save, and I get the computer to save it as the default for step ladders.
Okay. So, I think one of the fun things I want to do, since we're going to be doing like a lot of interpersonal relationships, and it seems like there's going to be like a lot of different requisitions and things for the ship, I want to work up a ship budget that you, Mr. Captain McQuaid, are going to have to assign to the different departments, and everybody's in charge of that shit.
That's
Yeah. Okay. I think it'd just be a fun thing to kind of have to manage your department for the senior officers. That could be fun. So, okay. Jimmy, go ahead and give me a engineering plus your logic check. See how quickly you're able to get all this shit done.
Is he actually good at engineering? What's this?
Yeah.
There has to be some reason why he's here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, he's
right.
actually super
Holy shit.
super
I got
skilled.
to 28. That's critical,
Oh,
dude.
great.
You got a 28 on a 6d6.
And it's a critical.
Yeah.
There's 3 6s in there.
Yeah, so Jimmy like goes up the ladder. He sets up each of the lights like almost instantly. Like he just like plugs in the things. He sets up the ballast and everything like really easy and gets it done. For some reason this ship doesn't have LED lights. I don't know why. But Bobby made it canon. I can't.
Yeah.
They've got fluorescent lights on this
wanted the
fucking
old
ship.
Feel.
Yeah. I need that buzz of the,
Yeah.
the
That
fluorescent-
green hum.
Maybe it helps with science.
Simply knows the graphic designer woes of having fluorescent lights over things. It's horrendous for trying to get colors right. Yeah, and you worked in like an actual office building too, right? So you had to. How did you have to check colors? You had to go outside.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
To walk
fucking
outside
nightmare.
On a balcony. Mm-hmm.
Fucking nightmare. Yeah, it'd be hilarious. I do work for client, and they'd be like, well, that's not really the color I want. Well, you have to go outside. I have to go outside to look at the color? Yes, we're under fluorescent lights. It's green. It's going to be green in here. Green? That doesn't make any sense. These lights are white.
Start explaining light and color theory to them. Like, okay, so let's talk about.
Can we talk about pigmentation and subtractive versus additive lighting and color mixing? That's truth, Oxytropus. Tungsten is going to come out generally yellow, but that you can usually see. Fluorescent lights are going to come out kind of green. Your best way to get white light is not like a ring light. If you get like a tungsten light plus a fluorescent light, that'll give you the closest to a white that you'll be able to get, really. Okay, so
I go over to the light switch after having installed everything and I say, dude, how many chief engineers does it take to install a light bulb?
How many chief engineers does it take to install a light bulb?
And I flick the lights on.
Sorry, Jimmy, I didn't hear the end. How many does it take?
Neil is suddenly there.
I'm carrying 3 boxes of flat rope.
1.
It's very interesting. It's a nice piece of trivia.
You're quite quiet, by the way.
Well done. Well done, Mr. Marenson. Admiral, how much more of the tour would you like to do? I feel quite familiar already. It's just
You haven't seen the embassies yet, Captain.
The embassies?
Yes.
Or engineering?
Or engineering. That's quite an important part of the ship, Captain. There is also the bridge, the tactical deck, the 10 forward. I'm not sure what we're calling it now.
Very well, Jimmy. Bring us to.
Yeah. So there is an actual ship info section there, Neil. So before you start creating things that are not on the ship, 100% not on the ship. So
facilities.
Yeah. So there's a 60-person mess hall. There's an actual chapel aboard the ship for some reason. There is a galley that houses 20 people. There's an observation lounge.
Captain, there's also the observation lounge, the recreational area. There is also a separate holographic suite, should you need it. There's a gymnasium, which you would be quite happy to know. They've only got the round hockey balls there, though. Sorry about that, Captain. I can requisition some of the flat balls that you seem to like.
Yeah, they're pucks. But
flat balls, yes. There's also about 400 cabins for personnel on board. Would you like to check every one of them? We can do that, Captain.
No, that's.
Are you absolutely 100% sure, Captain?
Yes.
Because it wouldn't be a problem to draw up that itinerary at all, Captain. I just got a new pen, so there's plenty of ink in it.
Look, just lead the way to the engine bay.
The engine bay, right?
Yes.
Okay. Doesn't say we've got one of those, but I will assume we do. It's this way, Captain.
Yeah, so there are engines for the ship.
They're not listed in facilities technically,
because it's not a facility.
But we do have an engineering bay.
Yes, I would like to see the engineering bay.
Right. Okay. If you follow me.
I pull up the ship's plan on my data pad, and I'm following it like this as I walk.
Several crew members dodging out of the way, like as they're trying to walk past.
Captain on deck.
See thumbs.
I love the thumbs so much.
Got the thumb left up. Proper thumbs up.
Is it a casual thumb? Like.
Yeah, just a bang.
Jimmy's thumb is real casual, but I think most of the crew doesn't have a casual thumb.
Jimmy's thumb's probably a bit like this, is it?
I mean, the Admiral's there too. The Admiral's just using every ounce of leadership skill to not overwrite like Braxton's orders. You know, he's chomping at the bit to fucking smash all of you. And I mean, it's like he's sweating. Like, it's just, you know, the crew, as they're walking past, they're probably saluting the captain and the admiral, you know, more than anything.
Can we have, if there's traitors, we cut off the thumb. They can never do it again.
That's a bit extreme.
Whoa.
If you say poo. No, what was it? Ass poo. Then you
Yeah.
get your thumb cut off.
That's, I don't know, maybe.
We only got pink here, no stink.
Oh my god. Mr. Beige.
I'm very, very sorry.
No, he's not.
Yes, Captain.
Can we please expedite this tour? Do up a quick itinerary of all the main facilities on board.
Right.
Execute
They are all
orders.
still there, Captain. I did check this morning.
I've just
Well, Jimmy does work on board the ship, Captain. It's something we've implemented just to make sure that no major problems do arise.
I
Yes.
believe the captain would like us to hurry up the tour.
yes.
Oh,
exactly.
right.
Lead
Yes.
the way.
Okay. Maybe not double speed. Maybe an extra 20% speed. Is that okay with everyone?
36, please.
36 extra speed, everyone. Come on. Captain on deck.
And yeah, I'll take it to engineering.
Okay. What does it look like in engineering, Jimmy? I'm almost afraid to ask.
You grow plants.
Like, okay, I think. I kind of just, there was dudes there, and I said, get to work. So, like, that's my job, really. Basically.
Jimmy, is that your desk over there in the corner with like the 3 Pringles cans open and the 2 Dr. Pepper bottles and the
Yeah.
Doritos bag?
I was thinking I can use the Pringle cans as plant pots or bongos.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
I'll take these for recycling.
Mr. Merenson,
Yeah.
I assume that if you have time to build bongos out of Pringles cans, that the engines are running in tip-top shape?
100%.
Please roll me a charisma plus bluffing.
I have no idea if they are or not. I was playing the Pringle bongos, the prongos, if you will.
A 12 on a 3d6. Captain McQuaid, go ahead and make an intuition plus insight, which you don't have.
Okay, I don't have that, but I forgot this earlier. I have an exploit called from Academy Tutor. I gain a permanent 1d6 bonus to social interactions involving military personnel as I share common acquaintances, students, or colleagues.
Oh yeah, that definitely counts.
All right, so I'll do just straight intuition. I guess dice pool modifier, I would just put a 1 there.
You also have bridge officer. If you're commanding a starship, all bridge officers gain a 1d6 bonus to starship operations.
Yep. It's just like an aura that everybody gets. But yeah, so okay, let me roll this. So it's intuition. So dice pool modifier, I just make that a 1, see if that does it. Yep, 13.
Okay.
Beat a button.
Yeah, so Jimmy's tells you, and you kind of like furrow your brow for a second. Everything seems fine, and then like the warp core makes like a weird noise, like it's just like whoop 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 whoop.
Give me one
Whoop, whoop,
1 second, Captain.
There's like little
I-
flashing
like
lights on all the
crossfire.
instrumentation.
See, I look over at the warp core, and I go like this. What I'm actually doing is I have an augmentation, a wavelength receiver, and I'm trying to see if there's any sort of feedback loops or the energy's failing to circulate properly in the warp core.
Sure. So you can give me an intuition plus your engineering.
Captain, it does sound like the engine is damaged.
There's definitely something wrong. All right.
Man, I only got a 13.
13
that
on
time.
a 13 on a 5d6. It doesn't take a brain surgeon to realize that something is wrong. Looking through here, you don't you have to run you realize you'd have to run like a diagnostic to figure out the exact reason why the frequencies are so fucked up right now. But yeah, they're definitely not tuned properly.
Yeah, I'm not a brain surgeon, but I am an engineer, and something's wrong.
Okay, look, Mr. Marison, this takes top priority. Please dedicate a team of your best engineers and get this fixed at once.
I'll do it myself.
Even better. You can rejoin us when you're finished. All right.
With tacos. It's gonna be in the ready room because I went there and it's really nice.
Just ask the computer where we are and meet up with us. Thank you, Mr. Marison.
All he wants is
Yep.
tacos.
Number one,
Yes, Captain.
lead the way.
Yes, Captain. Where would you like to go?
One thing, Captain.
Yes, Mr. Marison.
So the Admiral, is he an older guy?
The Admiral is actually transitioning, and he's definitely older. I'd say probably late 60s, early 70s, something like that.
Yeah. Captain, who's the old guy? I point at the Admiral.
Okay, the Admiral who has been holding in so much finally says, I am the Admiral. Currently stationed at the Academy, Mr. Marinson.
Nice one.
You will address me as
Namaste, Admiral.
You can put your namaste away, Mr. Marinson. You may address me as Admiral Bruce. Do you understand?
Yes.
Yes, what?
Yes, I understand.
Yes, sir, Mr. Marison.
No, he's talking to me, Captain. Engines. I turn around and go over and beep, boop.
Rubbing my temples right now.
The only thing I've done here so far is I've set up this main part to also make cat noises when I push the buttons.
Admiral Bruce, is it too late to switch crew?
Captain Admiral, if I may interject.
You may not interject.
Yes, sir.
Perhaps you should continue the tour.
This is my favorite character that you've made so far, PG. Oh, God.
So good because it's so opposite of.
I'm so glad we took the silly route. The Admiral says, Captain Braxton, I'm so sorry, but this is unfortunately what you're going to have to put up with for now. I can see about possibly requisitioning some different crew, but with the battleships trying to be filled out right now, I don't know if it's going to happen anytime soon.
It's okay. We'll make do. I'll put a little work into him.
It's going to be a lot of work. I think, Captain, you can handle the rest of the tour on your own. And he takes a look at Jimmy. I need to leave you now.
What about the mission? Are we going to?
I'll
have
send
an
you all the
opportunity?
details to your ready room.
Very well. It was wonderful to see you again, Admiral. And I put my hand out to shake. Yeah, okay. I'll just salute. I just pull it back awkwardly and pop a thumb.
Okay. Yeah.
Admiral leaving deck.
Yeah. Everybody watches the Admiral kind of like head out. And just as a refresher, I don't think we got what does Neil look like again?
He's really unremarkable. He's just like, if you were trying to describe him, you couldn't. You'd just be like, he's that guy.
Does he look like Dwight Schrute?
I don't know who that is.
From The Office. Just Google it. Dwight Schrute.
Oh, okay.
That's how I imagine him now that you said it.
I
Right,
think the fact
yeah.
that you don't remember him is what exactly.
Like mustard yellow color, everything.
I actually think of more the British Office version.
Okay.
He's a bit thinner, not quite sort of, because that
The
guy's
guy
quite
from the
stacked,
British
right?
version of The Office looks like Pony with a wig on.
Imagine this.
He was also in the Pirates of the Caribbean movie.
Let me see if that was a compliment or not. Hold on.
He played Gareth, I think. Right? It was Gareth, was it?
It wasn't.
Oh my God, you're right though. Oh my God, you're right.
That's what you see now.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh God.
What were we talking
We were
about?
talking about what you look like, but is that what you look like?
I am, yes, and I am currently trying to make regulation bow ties for every command officer.
The British version of The Office. That guy is the one that you look like.
Yes.
That same role. Okay.
Like bowl cut and everything?
I think bowl cut sounds fantastic for Neil.
Bowl cut does sound great.
It's just a haircut. He just went in. I want a haircut. That makes sense.
It was the most efficient for your time. Just to have bowl cut. Just me.
Yeah, because every now and again they can just chop off the length and we're done. Perfect.
There you
Okay.
go.
And what does RA9 look like?
RA9 is kind of. I don't know how unsubtle I want to go with it, but like the thing about Clockman is they can change, like they can attach things to their body if it breaks. They can just kind of take junk, hence why he's collecting so much. So he would have different tanned arms. Like one would be super, super pale, and the other one would be a bit bigger. Like everything's kind of out of proportion a little bit. Yeah. Same would go with the legs. He would have one that's super, super skinny and one that would be kind of buff. And he would be bald, and he would always have those glasses on. Nothing that really puts him out to like be an android, other than that he's very unproportionate.
Are all the gears and clocks that make you run completely silent?
No, I imagine you would hear them if you listen. Like it.
Okay, fair enough. So yeah, where are you headed next?
Where would you like to go, Captain? If I may, I would like to suggest Corridor 14C. I've been trying out a new shade of Battleship Grey there, and it would be an honor to get your opinion on it, Captain. And also, if you could
Send
sign
a picture of it to my computer.
So the pictures don't quite do the justice of this new Battleship Grey. You really do have to see it in person. We can actually take a route through there. I've actually find on my morning jog, I often walk past there a lot. It's a very nice shade of grey, Captain.
Mr. Beige,
Yes, sir.
please don't speak over me.
Yeah,
We must obey the captain.
I don't know what that means.
When I'm speaking or I'm trying to speak, please at least give me the opportunity.
What about if you're incorrect, Captain?
Then say I'm incorrect.
Okay.
but just don't speak over me. Don't speak over any of the crew. Okay? Can you do that?
I'm the XO, Captain. You're wrong.
I don't care.
You're wrong, Captain. What? I've got an idea for a form, Captain. Every time you're wrong, I could send you a report of all the times that you were wrong, and I could send that straight to you daily if you'd like.
How about you go to that corridor, 14A, was it?
14C, Captain.
C, yes. And give it another coat.
Another coat of the same color.
Yeah.
Are you officially designating this as the battleship grey color for the fleet?
No, for that corridor for now. I'll see how I like it.
I've already done that. Right.
One
Come with
more
me. Everyone,
No.
36 extra walking speed.
No, you do that on your own. I'll lead the tour from here. I have a good handle on ships. I shouldn't have any issues.
Go to the corridor for you to look at it by myself.
No, go to the corridor, give it an extra coat of paint.
I'm not an engineer, Captain.
That's fine. Get your hands dirty for once.
Captain, I'm going to need you to sign a command form. I have one here. It's actually a 7422B with the clause of the XO having to take part in a different job that he hasn't been trained for. It's a health and safety thing, Captain.
That's fine. Yes, just leave it with me.
Right, sign here. No, you have. I can't do it without the forms, you say, Captain.
I understand. Just leave it with me. I'll get it done.
Right, so don't go and do that right now.
No, go and do that right now.
I can't do that without the forms, Captain.
Sure you can.
No, I cannot, Captain. It's regulation.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is regulation. Captain, you're in. I'm going to put that on the sheet that I'll send you later. It's another time that the captain was wrong. Okay?
What did I do?
You're getting like flashbacks of the Manitoba, and like there's like all these fucking alarms and shit going off, like the alerts going off on the Manitoba. There's like fires and shit like erupting on it, and you can see like on the vid screen, like on the holo screen, like these like some kind of like firefight happening, and you can hear like your first officer on the Manitoba just yelling, "But Captain, it's against orders!" And then like you like come back and like Neil's right there again.
Neil,
yes, Captain.
you have a lot to learn. Write that down.
Right. Lot to learn. About what specific subject, Captain?
This way, everybody, and I'm gonna head off
I know.
towards.
I know quite a lot about the cheese making process.
Get ahead of.
As Captain walks away, Ruby leans over to Officer Neil. Officer Batch, are you still doing that run and exercise regimen I assigned to you? Is that what you're talking about? You running through that corridor?
Yes, it makes me
keeping up
quite
with it?
sweaty. I don't
Well,
really
supposed
like
to.
it.
That was your problem. Remember, you had gland problems.
I have to have 3 showers a day now.
Well, I mean, you'd rather have that than a gland that's got a bit of a backup. Do you remember that day you had to come in and I had to have one of my medical nurses squeeze that
Oh, that was disgusting.
gland in your armpit? You remember that? Okay, yeah. So 3 showers a day. Keep up running. That'd be good.
Yeah, okay, I will.
Thank you.
Do you know much about the cheese making process?
I mean, I know you smell like cheese, but that's okay.
I don't smell like cheese.
You did. The
Oh.
gland problem. Remember?
Right.
Gland
The
problem.
gland problem.
Yeah, focus
Right.
on that. Focus on that. Your running regimen. That'd be good.
Okay,
Very important.
right.
Very important. Thank you.
I don't think the captain likes me,
I don't think the captain likes anybody.
but I don't think he knows what he's doing. He didn't even know about the form subsections.
I mean, maybe make a note to email him extra information later. I
Oh,
think
that's
his
a
problem.
really good idea.
I think he might be a little antisocial, and that's fine because it might make him, a little bit more conditioned when dealing with things directly. But usually he could probably get a little overwhelmed with a lot of social interaction. That's why I kind of stopped talking for a little while.
Social interact. I could help him. I'm a very social butterfly.
Why don't you type out instructions? Because I know you like column things out. Remember that one time you sent me your eating dietary excretion, etc. Schedule.
Oh yes, I'm very
and
sorry about the
really-
kerning on that.
It's okay. It's okay. I didn't even notice. But next time, keep it straight. But still, why don't you do that? Once you list it all out and you're columnized, you can do the AB or 1, 2, or the Roman numerals, whatever you want to do, and send that over to the captain about how to be more social.
Oh, each main
But-
section could be Roman numerals, and then we could break them down into numbers, and then greater still into letters.
Exactly.
That gives me a lot of
That's how
room
we
to add
appreciate it.
extras.
Mhm.
That's a
Maybe
really
maybe
good
an
idea.
appendix at the bottom too. for
Oh, and
extra.
I haven't written a good appendix since June.
Well, maybe it's time.
Maybe it is time.
That's
Just
over.
send that to
That's almost a year ago.
My God, that's nearly a year ago since I've last written an appendix. Oh.
I don't even know myself anymore.
Well, you...
I shan't leave it that long again. Not again. That's just not on.
I've been very busy with my stamp training and the stampionships that I went to as well. I came second.
You came second. When was that?
That was the May before we did the last appendix.
Okay. Well,
I think I had a rubber-related issue on my stamp, which should be fine next time because it was a rubber.
did you order extra rubber bits for your stamps for this trip? I mean, because I'm pretty sure we're not going to be.
I did ask if they could design a whole new type of rubber. They said that was out of the scope of the association, but it's definitely something that they would address.
Well, I mean, I do know that maybe your department has some extra credits to spend, potentially, maybe on some rubber for your stamps, just to make sure, though.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. Although I wouldn't ask Jimmy to help you out on carving those stamps out. Please don't.
I don't understand how Jimmy still works here. He has 17 fractions in the last 20 minutes.
Yeah, I think we need a handout for demerits. we need a Neil demerit handout. We're gonna make a Neil demerit handout. Neil demerit manager.
Because I think everybody's already gotten at least one.
I think we need a role. Neil, we need a role. You devised your own software for demerits and keeping track. Go ahead and give me a roll of your logic plus. Didn't you have like a software thing that you?
I've got software scripting, management, bureaucracy.
Right there. I think
software
software.
scripting.
Yep, software scripting.
You see, it just streamlines the whole demerit process.
You're the only one that really finds it like helpful in any way. It's like a straight up it's like a spreadsheet basically, but for some reason you've done things in such a way that it's like overly complicated to everyone else. You're the only one that seems to find it somewhat efficient.
I think on there I have one demerit. Oh, we'll have to find out what that is later on.
I'm being a naughty boy, giving myself a demerit.
What have I done? I've given myself a demerit.
Not like this.
Not like this.
Game over, man.
What have I done?
Yeah, we're heading to the bridge.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna follow because I obviously can't do the captain's orders because he's wrong.
Yeah, I just sort of like just stopped it after realizing there's some actual stupid bureaucracy in the way. I just completely dropped it. Yeah, we're heading to the bridge.
So the bridge of the ship is not in the front per se. It's on the larger, that sort of upper area on the spine of the ship. It's like up here, right up there.
Okay. All right. On that little. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so you're leading the way now, not someone who's got the map out.
No, I would have studied the ship layout before coming aboard because it's still just a generic.
Oh yeah, this isn't
Endeavour MK-II layout, right?
These have been around for like a while now.
Yeah, so
let me just check.
I would know where the.
Yeah, this is definitely not. Yeah, and I think you even have an exploit, don't you? 22.
I have an exploit that gives me an extra D6 with all ship-related checks.
Yeah.
There is an exploit that gives you full ship familiarity. I don't have that, but I definitely would have been somewhat familiar with the Endeavour MK-II just because of how long it's been in service. With the,
How's your calf holding up with all the walking about the ship?
I am visibly stumbling a little bit, but I'm just ignoring it.
Yeah, that's a good question.
Yeah.
It's give me an endurance check.
Ooh, can
Was this something discussed before I showed up?
Yes, it was. This is something. This is basically like Braxton pulled a calf muscle.
yeah,
Playing
so I'm
hockey.
with a bit of
Playing hockey, yeah.
that. Can I roll bluffing too? Because I'm trying to hide it. Or would that be
So yeah,
something
sure,
else?
sure,
Or
sure.
acting? Could I use acting
Acting works too.
and
yeah.
charisma?
No, endurance.
Okay, so endurance
yeah.
and acting?
Yeah, endurance and acting.
And this wouldn't get the extra D6 from dealing with subordinates or like people in the military, would it?
Give me the exact wording.
Okay. The exploit says, where is it to here? 1 second. You also gain a permanent D6 bonus to social interactions involving military personnel. So this is not a social interaction.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So you're cool with? Okay. So I'll add it to it. All right.
You talking about the
Good to
academy?
be the king.
Dice Mach 1. 18.
18 on a 46. Yeah, so you've been kind of pulling it off. It's getting like harder and harder to kind of pull off. Give me, Ruby, I'd like you to give me an intuition plus medicine.
Okay. Is this? We do it the same way we did before. Just click on the little button.
Yeah, so there's a little pull down menu.
Okay.
I just realized this is your first. Oh, you saw it last week. Yeah, it's you just
Okay.
hit the pull down, medicine plus intuition, and hit the button right next to medicine.
See if I've got any other bullshit.
I am so enamored by the fact and so proud that I have passed off like extra character abilities and filed them under bullshit. And everyone now uses that whenever they're talking about their character. It's like a subtle thing that I have introduced into the role-playing community. I'm very proud of that.
Okay, yeah, I don't really have anything I want to use yet. Cool.
Okay.
It says dice pulled modifier thing.
Yeah,
Is it-
so that's what that was. Like if you had an exploit that would help you.
Okay.
So that's 0, and if you wanted to add any luck dice, you could do that. 23 on a 5d6. So yeah, Ruby, you've been watching the captain. He's kind of like limping a little bit when he like turns a corner, but nobody else seemed to notice. He's definitely hiding it for sure. This is something you've had to deal with from him before. Like he's been kind of a pain in the ass about like getting stuff looked at.
Definitely.
So Ruby's got her little like medical checkboard scanner, and she like kind of scoots closer. She's pretty, you know, like she's the kind of Gris whose uniform's like perfectly ironed and stuff. And she kind of scoots up to him, and she's like, Captain, can I ask you a quick question? I noticed that you are limping a little bit. I've been eyeballing it a little bit. Is that same calf muscle you pulled back in, 2813 or 2013?
Same thing.
Has it been bothering you? Have you been taking your medication? Have you
I-
been resting well?
I took the pain medication last night, and
How many steps have you taken today? Do you still have your pedometer on you?
Oh, I don't wear that thing.
You need to keep that on you.
I don't like how it feels on my wrist.
Okay, what I'm going to tell you to do, and I'd like to try to convince him to keep his pedometer on him and report back to me everything, as well as rest as much as possible.
Okay. So this is going to be now technically you are the only person on the ship that can actually order the captain to do anything as long as it's under the medical umbrella basically.
Yep.
So This is going to be. I'm gonna say this is a charisma plus your medicine.
Okay, and I'd also like to use. Can I use advice? That's my exploit. that I
What
wanna
does it
try to
say?
use. It says a Grizz can spend. It says spend 2 actions.
You can, if you just click the button next to it, it'll spam it.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Gris can spend 2 actions to give an ally 1 free action, which they must take immediately. I feel like this is a pretty good like out of combat situation for advice here. So she like how does Ruby like manifest this in the conversation?
Ruby is she loves scrapbooking and keeping things very tight and to point. So she has like this really cute little doctor's notepad that she's writing out like all sorts of advice towards you. And essentially she's like, this is how many times you need to rest during the day. You need to have your pedometer on, but you can only go under this many steps. You have to report to me on what you have to do during this time, but what you need to do right now is have a seat somewhere and stop walking so fast.
Okay,
And then she like rips it off, tapes it together with her donut tape, and hands it to you.
Yeah, I read it over. So okay, look, I'm fine with doing that, but
I said you need to take a rest.
I haven't moved since you gave me this,
Rest is not standing on a calf that's hurt.
and I'm fine with sitting. I'm just curious. Don't you have?
Can we
the
get
device
him a
to-
rolly chair? Can we
That would be.
I can
wonderful.
requisition one.
Yes, get a comfortable one.
rolly chair? Maybe if I can get a wheelchair, somebody. I'm just like snapping at the air. There's nobody that's.
That's a great idea. That's a wonderful idea.
I just respond to the snaps.
It's like a trained dog.
Him, Neil, and Weiler are just like running back and forth. You're like, and they just keep like going like this. You
Can
just
I-
hear like little like.
How about computer? Can you send one of my medical nurses, probably the least lower in rank one? Petal probably is a good one. Can you get Petal to send me up here a wheelchair as well as maybe some heat wrap? Maybe put some heat wrap on it too. Also, bring up the Tylenol just to reduce his little bit of medicine.
So you can ask the computer to do this for you, but you also have a communications badge. You can just like tap it.
Oh yeah,
and-
it was just since we were on the ship doing like the
Sure.
overall comms thing.
If I do get this wheelchair, which I'm more than willing to sit in, can we continue the tour? Everything should be accessible, correct?
I would
That is
say
protocol.
maybe 2 more rooms on the tour, but you need a rest after that.
I'll be sitting.
Mm-mm.
Don't you also have the technology to just like fix it? I seen it on the TV. Like,
I'm gonna
last-
get you one of the heat wraps, you know, those little strappy things. That
That's
go
so
in there.
primitive, though.
Well, sometimes primitive is best, okay?
Captain, with regards to command, the medical officer can overrule you if you're putting yourself or the crew in danger.
Neil, I know.
Yes, Captain.
I know. Okay.
I have a book about it, which if you'd like to read it.
I'm okay on that, actually.
Yes, Captain.
And yes, as I said, I am familiar. I know the leading medical officer can order me bed rest.
It's green.
Is the chair here?
So the computer would have just chimed like the affirmative, like if you asked the computer the command or whatever. So I don't think it happens immediately. It's probably going to take a few minutes for somebody to
Yeah,
wheel a wheelchair to where you guys are.
We should just stand here and wait on it. I'm really worried you're gonna tear that calf muscle and you're not gonna be able to make it around the brig. I'm just saying.
It's fine.
I'm,
It's only torn once before. I let it heal fully. There's no issues, really. We could move 20 just a little.
Mm-mm.
Wait, are we outside of the science room, by the way, or the laboratory?
No, we're heading to the brig, I think.
Oh, we're just heading there. Okay.
Yeah, so or not the brig, the bridge. So like I'd say we're somewhere maybe in a corridor, perhaps.
You guys are on the way to the bridge. Probably like a lift away from the bridge.
So there wouldn't be any office chairs around.
No,
Would we without looking?
no.
Look,
They generally just
Ruby,
don't.
would you like to assume control of the vessel?
They don't have rolly chairs, basically. Like, it's an actual... It has to be a wheelchair. Because, like, in general, just in case the ship, like, were to have a problem with its inertial dampeners or something, that would be bad on a...
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Mr. Page, that will not be necessary. My leg is just hurt. I can simply take some medication if I need it.
It's just I only have 3 or 4 of those sheets, and I want to make sure that I don't run out.
It's okay in this situation. If you need more sheets,
maybe I should carry 7 of them. I think no, 6. 6 sounds like good. Yeah, 6. I'll carry 6 of them, Captain.
How many sheets do you carry around at any one given point in time?
Let's see. We got 4 copies of the TPS reports, and those are all in certificates. And then we've got the hours, the roster of the ship again. 6 copies of each, all carbon as well. So technically, it's 12 copies. But
So,
I'd
safe
just
to
like to
say
be thorough.
A lot then.
I thought you wanted an actual number, Captain.
I don't need it, honestly.
I have 274 separate forms. That is every single form that I would need, unless I need to get something custom made up.
Ruby, I think I'm having a headache too.
Well, we do have some acetaminophen or Tylenol showing up soon, so just you hold on. How about I'm gonna go ahead and prescribe you that you need to take at least 2 every 4 hours, no more, no less. Just make sure.
That stuff never works on me.
Hands.
Tylenol, acetaminophen, ibuprofen, that just like
Are you
doesn't
saying?
work.
Do you have an allergy to the drug? Do I need to add that to your medical records?
No, I need something.
Captain, ibuprofen was banned over nearly 70 years ago during the ibuprofen wars of Terran 6.
Is that true?
Yes, it was on the news. I actually watched a quite interesting documentary about it.
Look, this is ridiculous.
Look, the more stressed out you
it
get,
was
the
a ridiculous
bodily harm you might do.
Oh my
So.
goodness, what have I done?
And then, can I just say
question,
that?
Ruby,
Yes, sir.
what's the average age of retirement for Navy enlistees?
I mean, I'm not.
Do you have that medical information?
Record keeping like that. It's not really medical information.
Captain, if
Yes.
I have that information.
You can give me a... Neil. Neil has... This is what Neil has trained for. Neil, you can give me a logic plus bureaucracy.
Ooh.
A 26 out of 66. Yeah, Neil, you would know that it obviously depends on the race of the members of the Alliance that are a part of it. The species basically is going to determine how long these people live. Generally, they the average enlistee into the Alliance Navy tries to make a career out of it. It's like a really good job in general, and people get to fucking explore space. It's sweet. You see that it varies depending on the species. For humans, it's probably about 65.
Captain, it's generally around the twilight years of the species. It does change and differ on a person-by-person basis. Also, you can repeal your retirement as well.
What age, though?
For humans, it's 65. Are you interested in...
How old is Braxton McQuaid?
I'm not gonna answer, but I'm 65 years old. Like legit, straight up 65 is how old my character is. Like, so.
Yeah.
Are you wishing to retire, Captain?
No, I don't think so.
You just got here.
Well, I mean,
And
you know what?
I've rewritten all the forms.
I'm excited to be working this position. And
I put your name on your door as well.
Comic Sans?
Yes, as per your orders, sir.
Thank you.
Neil only knows like 3 fonts. It's like It's like Times New Roman, Helvetica, and Comic Sans.
Actually, no. He now he knows 4. It's Comic Sans. There's no way he would go for something as jovial as Comic Sans before. He had to look it up when the captain.
Okay.
requested
So it was like Verdana. It was like Times New Roman, Verdana.
Impact.
Impact.
That's a
I'd
very
say there was-
Neil font.
There was a
Because that's
point-
what you use for your stamper.
Ah!
There's definitely a point like in my earlier years at the academy when I was being a tutor that like for a short period of time, Comic Sans was like the thing again for a short period, like for like a few years.
That was a
And-
dark time.
It was a time. It was a time.
Followed by the Papyrus Boys.
But yeah, I'm just here making small talk with the crew as I'm waiting for the
Yeah.
chair.
So you get yourself a wheelchair.
Can I just say that? Can I go ahead and vote that Petal, my assistant nurse, is a felon?
Sure.
Okay, perfect. Because I really want to see the dynamic.
Add it to the crew
difference.
database.
Sweet.
Love feelings.
Yeah. I mean, everybody gets contacts and stuff. By the way, Peachy, you do work those out. I don't want to improv all those because I'm going to work them into the story. So that's one thing I actually do care about. And you guys have a few episodes to kind of create your secondary and tertiary characters. So don't worry about that immediately. But it is something to make sure that you have done. Those will be grade 5 characters. Okay. So yeah, Petal comes by and gets the captain seated in a wheelchair. Are you pushing the wheelchair, Ruby?
Is it electric?
Oh, no, Petal's pushing. I don't do the manual labor like that.
It can be electric too. I mean, it could just have like a little joystick
you really
on it.
shouldn't overexert your hands either.
My hands? What
Yeah, you'll be
does that have to do
Petal
with
just
my
push it.
li-
It'll be fine. Hey, it's better than me asking Lulu to carry you, okay?
Please, Captain, allow me to help you.
This is fine. Look. I'm
RA9
finished with this
immediately
tour.
walks up and starts pushing the
The
wheelchair.
tour is finished for the time being. I'm gonna pull up my data pad. Have I received a message from the admiral pertaining the mission of the ship?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Yeah, not yet. It would have taken the admiral like a few minutes to walk back. to
We
the
haven't even
transporter.
been to the bridge, Captain. You are allowed to dodge any of the places you need to visit, but the bridge is a very important part and aspect of the ship.
I
it
was
does-
heading to the bridge anyway. My
Right.
quarters are off the bridge. That is where the officers.
That's not true, Captain.
That's what it was on my last ship.
Right. This is different. Right, Captain, you have teleported aboard a different ship.
I am aware of that.
You're the captain of this ship.
Yes.
Right, the Explorer.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not the same ship.
I know that.
Would you like a detailed rundown of every room on the ship?
Only if you handwrite it yourself. Nothing pre-written.
Handwrite it. I did get a new pen. I can do that for you, Captain.
No, I don't actually want you to do
Actually, there's a new stamp I was looking to try out as well.
that. Just lead the way to the bridge.
Yes, Captain.
Okay, so you guys head to the bridge. Neil, what needs to be done here on the bridge that has not been finished?
Okay. The
So
bridge
imagine
is-
that it's set up similar in terms to like the Orville or Star Trek. There's different stations. There's a helm position. There's like, you know, an operations position, tactical, science station, stuff like that.
If I had any responsibilities for getting things installed up around the bridge, I definitely have something that would definitely not be installed.
Everything.
Right, so everything on the bridge is perfect, done to a T, finished, completed. except there is a stump with a captain's chair.
I knew that's what.
Yes, that is exactly it.
I knew it.
So, you guys pull into the bridge. It's essentially it's sort of like an octagonal shape, and there are there's a spot in the center where the captain's chair is. There's navigation and helm. There's the view screen. There's a science station, communication. There's a security station, fire control. There's like a deck lift that you guys would have taken to get here. There's like a restroom area. There's basically like the captain's cabin is actually off of the bridge.
Yeah, that's what I was referring to.
Yeah. So it's actually in the Starship recognition manual. I'll make a proper map for the ship. And we'll get that sort of usable. Well, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a map of, I guess, like everybody's sort of area of the ship. I'm gonna do like an engineering section. I'm gonna do a bridge. I'm gonna do sick bay. I'm gonna do science lab, and we'll have those made up. Yeah, so there's a bunch of different stations. Everything looks perfect. The center has a glaring omission, though. The area where the captain's chair is supposed to be is empty.
Captain on the bridge.
There's several personnel that just kind of give the thumbs up. People that were on this shift or whatever, checking systems and whatnot.
Yeah, I returned the salute to everybody on the bridge.
The general rule of thumb when you guys come onto your shift is to sort of relieve whoever is there at the station. And, like you just kind of say, like, relieving, so there's somebody from command that's sort of, taking on the con role, the sort of captain role. Neil, who is this person?
It is a good friend of mine, Keith Baxby.
Keith Baxby. Okay.
He once helped me improve my stamping technique.
Okay. You feel free to add Keith Baxby to the crew database. So Keith, what does Keith look like?
He is a short, a little stocky, with brown hair and big blue eyes, big blue eyes. It's got a bit of a floppy haircut.
Okay. Maybe they're doing that like side shaving thing where they've got a bit of the hair coming down.
Oh yeah,
they shaved one side.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
So Keith salutes. Captain on the deck.
As you were. And I'm just gonna get Petal to wheel me in and wheel me around the bridge. I'm just gonna inspect all the different stations, and then I'm gonna wheel over to the stub of where the captain's chair isn't.
Okay.
Mr. Beige.
Yes, Captain.
I assume the chair will be installed soon.
That should have been. I did requisition that from Jimmy.
Speaking of Jimmy, he should have the. Oh. Go ahead.
Sorry, Captain. Please continue.
No, your comms lines are open.
Yes, Captain. It's progressing to the entire ship. Would you like me to stop?
Mr. Merson, please report to the bridge.
I push my badge closer to his face so he can talk.
Yeah.
No, a bit closer, Captain. I don't think it's picking her up.
I just hit your badge. Hit my badge. This is your captain speaking. Mr. Merson, please report to the bridge. I hit it.
I love you've got his name wrong, and like I don't
Oh,
want to
yeah.
correct you because I feel
I
like
know.
that's a thing that could happen.
Yeah, I mispronounce it all the time. It's intentional, unfortunately. I'm doing it unintentionally, but I'm intentionally doing
Jimmy,
it.
give me a logic plus engineering, please. You've been doing some work on this warp core.
Yeah, I have
How did you get so loud? What happened?
I don't know. I give me a second. I'll just touch my gain. There we go. I have some things that might help me here. So I've got high quality tools, which should give me a +1 d6. And then I have the Mr. Fix-It exploit, where I gain +1 d6 to rolls made to repair starships. Does that apply?
Absolutely.
Does he get the my bridge officer exploit, which is when I'm commanding a starship, all bridge officers gain a d6 bonus to starship operations from my presence?
I'm gonna say not yet.
Because I'm not around it. Cool.
I'm gonna say once we get in motion, once the ship has like left the dock, basically. Yeah. You guys are, just so you know, in terms of like where you're at, the ship is currently docked at the Starbase 0001.
Okay. Engineering plus logic, was it?
Yes.
Okay. And then using my... I guess I wouldn't be using my high-quality toolkit here, right? Since it's diagnostics and things like that. I wasn't getting physically involved, so it's just...
You might be. I think it's fine.
Okay, cool. Nice. No luck. A 31. Man.
Jesus fucking Christ.
6, 5, 5, 6, 4, 5.
Wow. 31 on a 66. Holy cow. That's kind of crazy. Jimmy's here for a reason.
It should actually be with 2d6 more because it just capped me because it didn't count as exploits.
Oh, okay. Did you add, when you did that, did you add it into the thing that popped up?
Into the modifier, yeah, and it didn't roll it.
Okay. So, yeah.
Etoile.
Etoile, to be fair, I have not updated your sheet yet. I didn't have time. Okay. So 33 on an 8d6. That balances things out a little bit better. There's a reason that Jimmy's here. He's an idiot, but he's also a genius. When he actually does get to things, he's like a fucking wizard when it comes to fixing things. You've got the warp core sort of balanced out, and I feel like for some reason you've got like a Matthew McConaughey thing going on where you're doing the like and you're like trying to match the you know, you're doing the
yeah, I'm just getting in there. I start, the Tuvan throat singing.
Nobody,
the other engineers.
Nobody else on staff understands what the fuck you're doing. It's so weird.
Transmitting it with the.
It's so weird.
I keep hitting the comms on and off when I tap my chest. So you guys are seeing.
I think by default.
I wonder if he's got a little bit of an indigestion problem.
I feel like by default it's set. All of your comm badges, like if you just tap them like without giving them a command, they're just gonna go to your department. So like. It just keeps like echoing like through the engineering section, you know? Oh God. Okay. So yeah, you're just trying to.
Sorry, but I love every single aspect of this show so far.
It's just fucking Jimmy's really actually very good when he decides to not fuck off. So you've already got this warp engine humming, man. Literally.
I go over to my desk, start tapping on my Pringle bongos.
Do you respond to the captain?
I had the captain asking for Marston or something.
Yeah.
That's not me. So I was just like. It's not me.
Neil, do you correct the captain?
Captain, there's no one on staff under that name.
I said Marinson, didn't I?
What did
He
you
said.
say? And what
He
is your
said.
actual
He
name?
said. He said Merson. He doesn't know Jimmy's last name. I think.
Yeah, it just says sort of like there's an M and then a sun, and the in between.
Chief Engineer Jimmy Marinson, sir.
Yes, Marinson. That's what I said.
Right, well, you have to actually say the right name.
You
Didn't you
definitely
say
slurred a
Marinson?
little bit. Are you okay? And she does the mama thing where she puts the hand against his forehead. Are you okay? You slur a little bit. Do we need to get you some more rest? Do I need to put?
Are you under stress, Captain?
I am very stressed right now.
Would you like a cup of tea?
I wouldn't mind a cup of tea.
Away I go.
2 milk, 2 sugar.
Roger.
You
Yes,
head
I
over
hit
to a
my- hit my-
replicator.
Yeah, as he runs up, I use my replicator.
Yeah, the closest one, just an FYI, the closest one is probably like, I'm
Don't need
gonna
a
say
replicator on the bridge.
there's a utility supply room that's right off of the bridge.
Would it have a replicator on the bridge?
Yeah, not on the bridge.
There's
No,
one
there wouldn't be
off
one on the
in
bridge.
The captain's cabin.
Yeah, there's definitely one in the captain's cabin, but there is one like there's a utility supply closet, like basically that would probably have like a small replicator.
Yes. So, and I hit my comms badge. Mr. Marinson.
Namaste, Captain.
Are you finished with the repairs to the warp core?
Yep.
Yes, Captain. You know.
I'm not the captain. Yeah.
Just one moment, and I hit my comms badge to mute it. Mr. Beige.
Yes, Captain.
Can you prepare a 10-week program in Alliance protocol and be sure to Mr. Marison completes it with honors?
Jimmy,
Right,
you
he has
suddenly feel this like cold chill all over your whole body, like just it's very peculiar.
Dude, I sense a bummer.
Captain, if I may, perhaps every month we should have a short refresher course for him.
That sounds fantastic.
There is a written element to that as well.
Make sure he
You just keep getting colder and colder, Jimmy. You think that like the habitation controls are like fucky right now?
I start turning the thermostat up.
There is a math test there as well to make sure that you understand completely what you're reading. And also there is an intensive athletics aspect of the test.
That one I'm not so concerned with.
You would like to
could omit
remove the
that.
athleticism from the test.
For this specific test, yes.
Just for this specific, I
Just
will have
keep
to
it in-
write up another form, Captain.
That's fine. I will sign it, but
You see,
just
these ones
leave it to
already
protocol.
have the athletics in them, you see. All of them. All
Just
of them.
addend them. You know how to do that, correct?
Captain, I don't like to do addendums on them. I like to write them up fresh so we all know where we are, present and correct.
Okay, so next time when I ask you to addend something, just write a new.
Write up a
form.
whole new one.
Yes.
Thank you, Captain.
If that's
all I've ever
protocol,
wanted.
Then
It's not protocol, Captain. Addendums are allowed. It's just I think that it leaves too much room for error and chaos could ensue.
leave them as addendums.
Leave them as addendums.
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to carry on pushing my agenda of no addendums, hashtag no addendums. If you are on social media, Captain, I would appreciate if you could use the hashtag no addendums.
Ruby,
Yes, Captain.
could you please take our first officer to the sick bay? I feel like he's having some delusions.
She puts her hand against Beige's
Keeps
head.
talking as if there's.
He feels fine to me, sir.
You
I mean,
didn't
this is
pay
bad. He's a
attention to
little
what he
warm, but
said?
usually he's a little bit.
I'm feeling a little bit nasally today.
Are you? Wait, is that little bit of that sinus infection coming back?
I don't know. My allergies do play up sometimes.
Is your phlegm clear?
We
or
get
is-
like I think we get like a picture of Neil's room, And there's got to be like a humidifier and a dehumidifier,
Got to
and
get the balance right.
In like either side of the room, one side of the room is like really
there's got to be
dry
like
and-
I just he's got to have like a like sounds of the rainforest, like that kind of sleep aid to help. He's got like 12 different machines that like
My mucus was clear today. I did check as usual.
Okay, I think he's fine, Captain.
I feel fine, Captain.
I'm pretty sure you were just speaking to people that were not here. I have an issue with that, Ruby.
Who was he speaking to?
He
I'm
was
sorry.
speaking
You started
to
talking about
nobody.
addendums, and I kind of floated off.
Computer, can you please play back the last 30 seconds of conversation with Mr. Beige?
the affirmative chime happens. It plays back.
Please go through that
So
conversation.
basically, he just went in. He went
Actually,
off on a
Captain,
spiel
it's a
about-
new hashtag I'd like you to use on social medias if you are on social medias.
Oh no
It's called hashtag
no!
nowadays.
Wait! Computer pause, please. Is your problem with the fact that he's on social media? That was our part of our social outreach program that we assigned to him. We figured, maybe social media would work out better. And
I'm
for
very
each
social now,
other.
Captain. I've taken the test.
That was a joke, right?
What? No, I took the test, Captain.
Yeah, we just social
Captain, are you still there?
Oh, I unmute. Yes, yes, Mr. Maris.
So, warp cores, which is just
perfect.
yeah.
Quite amazing how you can perfectly replicate the audio
Oh,
from the warp.
you should come down. The acoustics in here, if you just come down and just listen, and you get harmonize. Oh man. But one major thing though, Captain. Is it taco time?
I checked the time. What time is it?
He's got about 20 minutes left on his shift.
20 minutes, Mr. Marinson.
Ah,
Look,
are you
Captain,
joining?
your chair.
how about this? If you can requisition the captain's chair and get it installed,
What one's the captain's chair?
the one that's
Captain?
missing in the bridge, the big one.
Oh, the comf. Yeah, I took that one.
Yeah, I'd like it to the camera just pans out and Jimmy's just sitting on the captain.
I'm sitting on it, just like heading my Pringle bongos.
There's Cheeto dust like on.
Yeah, it's like Cheeto dust and everything on it. Yeah, I saw all the chairs and I tried them out and I was like, this is the best chair. So I got them and they put it in and yeah. So I'll just send up one of the stools and they can put that in for you, Captain.
We'll take the chair that was designated for the captain's seat on the bridge, the one you're sitting in right now, and clean it and install it up here. That's the
So
order.
yeah, I get that, Captain, but
But
why do you get a comfier chair than everyone
Captain,
else?
Mr. Beige,
Have you
Captain,
tried these other chairs?
I mute you.
Is this your signature?
What is this form?
Is this your signature here?
It's
I
your
looked at it.
signature, definitely
That's
your
my
signature.
Yes, you gave use of the captain's chair to the engineering department. I have 6 copies of it. Would you like me to send you one?
I don't know if I would have done that.
Is this your signature, Captain?
I'm looking at it. Is there any roll I can make to see if I actually did that? Because I don't think I would have done that. Like I'm more sharp
Okay.
on form.
So
than this guy.
intuition, because it's like a perception based thing. Intuition plus leadership.
Intuition plus leadership.
Jesus fuck, you got 3d6
There's
in
gonna be
leadership.
there's gonna be some dice on this one.
Wow.
3D. Okay, so leadership, intuition.
Bonuses
This
as
is
well.
a D6 bonus for that. So so that's 3. Bang, and I'm gonna spend a luck die on this too. Because
The first luck die. Is it the first luck die?
So I'll do the first. I think it is. This is the first base roll. 17 out of 76. Holy shit.
just an FYI. Yeah. It's
Oh,
fine.
I should have.
Yeah,
I should have.
you can use the sheet.
I didn't even think.
It's okay.
Yeah, but
Etoile Leon has it broken right now. Anyway, it's fine. I'm just kidding. Etoile Leon is fucking amazing. Made awesome character sheet that you can switch between n.e.w, n.o.w, and old. There's even like a nameless one special sheet that nobody uses because it's too red. But it's pretty fucking sweet. So major props to Etoile Leon. Thank you so much.
Do you want
for
my
that.
forgery roll?
Forgery, yes.
Because I feel like I said a lot of things to the captain.
Forgery.
So I'll do it later.
Yeah, forgery plus your. God, this is gonna be charisma, I think.
Okay.
And
I'm gonna use some luck dice here as well. Cause
I'm gonna spend luck dice to cancel out your luck dice.
Oh, sick burn! How many?
How many do you got?
I've got 2.
I'm canceling both out. And I'm gonna use my third to take another d6 off of your roll.
Oh shit!
So I'm just
PvP
rolling
luck dice.
charisma, basically.
Okay.
You're taking 1d6 off?
Yeah.
1d6 off your total, yeah.
Okay.
And yeah, Braxton Mark III luck die off.
Still beat me, yeah.
Oh my God! A 21! What the fuck? Oh my God! Oh my God!
Captain Sir, do you want me to get you some ointment and bandage?
So you're like looking through this form, and that shit looks like your signature.
Yeah, I'm holding it up like close to my face, and I'm like.
You're like, I gotta read these forms more closely.
I swear, I didn't do that. I did not.
Ruby leans over
What did you do, Neil, Mr. Beige?
Ruby leans over to R89 and goes, I did hear a whisper in the wind. The captain spent a little bit too late of a night at the bar last night, and he ended up potentially signing quite a few documents that he couldn't have signed. I ended up getting some extra platinum, really nice syringes to work with. That might be where your extra boxes of silverware and stuff came from. I'm just saying.
I didn't. This isn't me.
Shh, it's okay. Shh.
No, it's not me.
So, Captain.
Captain.
So, Captain, like I think because Neil beat you. I think what you're gonna what it is like.
I'm just by it. I must have.
Yeah, it's like
Maybe
you
one of those
you gotta.
times you're like, Neil, please fuck off. Just go. Dude, just go.
He's given you so many forms. It's been at least like 34 forms that he's thrown your way since you've gotten on the ship, and it's only been a few hours.
From now on, Mr. Beige.
Yes, Captain.
Make sure that I'm completely aware of what I'm signing before I sign it.
Make sure you're completely aware of every single form you sign. I can do that, Captain. That is not a problem. Does that override the order that you said a couple of minutes ago about not bothering you with all these forms?
No.
Right. So you want me to not bother you with the forms, but also tell you exactly what the forms are in detail?
No, when I am actually required to sign a form for something that requires signing, be
Yes,
sure you
Captain.
are very clear with me as to what I am signing.
Right. So that doesn't count as bothering you with forms?
That doesn't. No. Some situations do require official documentation.
Right.
Okay?
Well, technically,
Unlike-
everything I've given you a form for does.
Yeah, well, you see, we differ in that department, but we'll discuss that later.
I did finish first in my class on form recognition, Captain. I'm actually the
Congratulations.
foremost expert on forms.
Would you like to measure intelligence sticks right now?
Intelligence
Mr. One?
sticks.
I
What is
graduated
an
high school at the grade age of 5 years old.
Right.
5 years old.
That's
Mastered
improbable.
genealogy. Look up my file. Pull my file up, Mr. Beige.
Yes, yes, Captain.
So, Neil, this is something that you have ready to go. This is easily something that you have ready to go.
It's on the main screen right now.
It's like a desktop icon.
Yeah.
Cut to the PDF.
You pull this up, and he's not lying.
5 years old.
It's very impressive, Captain. You're someone that the rest of the crew would look up to in everything that you do.
Look, The crew.
You're a hero, Captain.
Stop sucking up to me.
Look, it says here that I'm supposed to
Do
say
you
things
remember
about this. This isn't a
earlier?
social course.
Neil.
Yes,
I
Captain.
get close to you and actually like put my arm around your shoulder. Neil, do you remember what I said earlier about speaking over me?
Yes, Captain. Don't speak over you, unless you're wrong.
No, I'm gonna change it. Don't speak over me. Period.
But what if you are wrong, Captain?
If I'm wrong, wait till I finish speaking.
Right.
And if documents need signing.
Are
Yes.
you?
Yes.
Does he eavesdrop? Is RA9 like creeping in on our little conversation?
He's got your
Yeah,
tea.
didn't wanna
He's just got your tea like right there. Here's-
Yes, the order.
So
I'm startled.
the way that I've got RA9 kind of envisioned is, do you have like an actual like moving mouth, or do you just have like a little space there, and that's where the voice comes from? It's like a speaker
Yeah,
in
no,
there.
it would be like one of those heart rate monitors ish that just busts, you know.
Okay, so
whatever
there's
sounds
a
like.
little vent or something that you've got that you just
Yeah.
kind of, it's just like a little, like on the top of the T.
Could RA9, can you please, let yourself be known if you're gonna creep up on somebody like that?
I did not want to interrupt your conversation, Captain.
That's fine. You could have waited. But look, and I'm just gonna take a step back. The crew of this ship is some of the best in the Alliance.
Hey, Captain, what are we doing about the seats? Because I've got an idea. Because
Jimmy's just spinning in your
They're-
chair.
they're like really comfortable. So, and we've got replicators. Why doesn't everyone have a comfortable seat, Captain?
Mr. Beige,
Yes, Captain.
you know that course on Alliance protocol? That
Yes,
Mr. Marenson-
Captain. I know it well. I've taken it 4 times just to make sure I fully understood it myself.
Can you prepare a full bi-weekly curriculum for all senior officers,
All senior officers,
Yes,
including
thank
you,
you.
Captain,
excluding me?
excluding you, because it.
I'll be
does
teaching
seem-
the course.
You'll be right. You'll be teaching the course on protocol
Yes.
because you already have 74 infractions since you came aboard the ship of protocol.
Infractions.
Yes, Captain. They were a little minor, so I didn't bring them up every time. I can if you'd like.
How about this?
I mean, you were exceptionally late. I'm just
You were very late, Captain.
Look, a captain arrives precisely when he means to.
Right.
Even when he's late.
Exactly. There were reasons, and I cannot get into those reasons right now with you all.
They top secret, sir.
They are very classified.
Classified information, everyone. Would you? I'll get everyone to sign an NDA on the classified information.
Please do. Mr. Marenson,
Is that yes on the seats?
I am going to... You know what? Keep the seat. Just replicate me a new one.
Okay.
I'll sign off on it.
Will you make any improvements on his seat to make it more ergodynamic so it can, give him better?
Ooh, that's a
Oh,
That's a
yeah, I'll
wonderful
get
idea.
one
Not straining
with a
his leg muscles.
footrest.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
maybe a back massager. When we
Oh, I
have it
don't
here,
Great idea.
cup
A
holder,
heated one.
refrigerator.
Captain,
RA9.
all over it.
RA9, the current officer on comms, communications, comes up to you and just kind of says, "Excuse me, sir?
Yes.
Sir, it appears that the captain has just received a message from Admiral Bruce."
I thought he was in with us.
What is he reporting?
It's been sent to his ready room, sir.
Then I turned directly to the captain.
Captain, it seems we have a message waiting for you in your ready room.
Perfect. All right. Mr. Beige with me. I'm going to motion you to push my wheelchair To the ready room.
Yes,
Just take your orders.
is this too fast, sir? Would you like me to slow down?
You can go as fast as you like. I really couldn't care.
This is pretty much as fast as I can go, sir.
You're pretty slow.
Slow and steady wins the race, Captain.
That's a child's fairy tale.
Yes, but it's very pertinent to everything I do and
Have
my
you ever heard of
entire
Usain
lifestyle.
Bolt?
Usain
Great
Bolt?
Old American athlete.
I have not heard of him now, Captain.
You should study up on him.
What did he do?
Wasn't
wheelchairs.
American. He was Jamaican.
Yeah, he was Jamaican.
Yeah, I didn't say American.
I think you did. It's okay.
I thought I said.
I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, I don't. Think
I mean, it doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
it-
Neil does know who he is. He just assumed that what you're saying is.
You're gonna be looking for American people.
Did he also push wheelchairs, Captain?
If he did, he'd push him a hell of a lot faster than you.
Right, that sounds dangerous and a gross neglect of health and safety.
Are we in our ready room? We should be there now. Yeah.
I don't go
Yeah.
that slow.
Absolutely.
Yeah, the second we get in,
Yeah,
the door
going into
closes.
going into the ready room. Yeah, absolutely.
Grab a seat. Number one, and I'm gonna wheel myself. At that point, I'm gonna like forego Ruby's orders of not doing myself and just kind of wheel myself behind my desk. And I mean, like, my arms are working just fine. Like, it's only my calf that's hurt, but I'm like wheeling myself.
Did
at this
you?
point.
So Ruby, you actually followed Neil and Braxton, because he specifically said for Neil to just kind of like wheel him in. Did you
I'm
follow?
trying to eyeball him around the corridor, making sure he followed my orders.
It would have been after the door was shut. So
Yeah.
unless she came in,
Computer, will you take a note of any sort of exertion that the captain puts on himself via his pedometer that he should have on his wrist assigned to him? Also, let me know if he does not. Thank you.
I definitely don't have the pedometer.
Please
yet.
clarify. Exertion.
He should have a life beat monitor that ends up telling me potentially his heart rate at the maximum or minimum. I put that in his medical records. Please review that to make sure. As well as any sort of exertion to his lung function. Thank you.
If you are referring to the captain's pedometer, the captain has not worn his pedometer for approximately 2 weeks.
Computer, would you please send a note to Officer Beige to remind the captain to be sure to wear his pedometer every 15 minutes until he does, please? Thank you.
You hear the
Crash
affirmative chime.
Thank you.
So yeah, I open up the mail. Like, I guess it's like an email. But yeah, I'm gonna open up the message from Admiral Bruce.
Captain McQuaid, I am so sorry for what you are going through right now. I truly, truly am. I hope you can understand that it was not any kind of personal slight against you. I think you're a good officer, Braxton, and I know you can do good things for the Alliance. The Endeavour MK-II is a good ship, and believe it or not, even though your crew seems to be incompetent at first viewing, they are highly skilled. I've got your first mission for you. Looks like you're heading to the Venetian homeworld, Vendelier. It appears that they're having a bit of a dispute with one of their colonies, and we're sending some help. That's you.
Does it play any more information, like dispute?
It's gonna give you some like
Just like a
fun,
text,
it'll give you it's got like a breakdown of some like important figures and stuff like that, just like kind of like some general information, that gets sent over. I'm sending you a data burst with some of the pertinent information. I think it's a good assignment to get your feet wet on the new ship. Take care of the Explorer. She'll treat you right. Those Endeavour MK-IIs are some great ships. And do me a favor, Braxton. Please leave your brother alone for now. Admiral Bruce out.
Did you get all that, number one?
Yes, sir, Captain. I would like to remind you to put on your pedometer.
Oh, where is that thing? I'm gonna check. I'm gonna check the drawer of my office desk. Actually, it wouldn't be in there because I've never been on this ship before.
Nope.
You
would have
have it with me.
Yeah, I mean your belongings probably get sent like later or something.
Yeah, it's in my quarters.
Right.
Yes.
You are scheduled for another warning of your pedometer in 14 minutes and 30 seconds.
What do you mean scheduled for? And why does that take?
These orders come from the chief
And that's where we're
medical
gonna
officer.
end the session today. With the question just kind of hanging in the air. Yeah, so great job, everybody. That was a lot of fun.
That was fun.
That was super fun. So I think we made the right choice going with a super silly campaign. I think that's...
serious, involving feelings.
Yeah. Let's go around the room. Let's do some shout-outs. Let's start off with Peachy.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. Come and follow me on twitch.tv/PeachyPixelate. Bring money, because I won't entertain you otherwise. I'm done.
Zagonicus.
Hey everybody, I'm Scoticus, and someone's gonna comment on my mixer. It's all good though, because it's don't worry about it. I played Jimmy Marinson for you today. I hope you guys enjoyed meeting him and the rest of the crew. I know I certainly did. Make sure you follow here on Tablestory. I'm here Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. And make sure you check out the newly launched Patreon and drop some support there if you can. And then come hang out with me, twitch.tv/Scoticus. I like to hang out and talk to you about things.
Thank you very much. Simply.
Hello, I am simply_Jackson. There is an underscore. And I do variety streaming between creative and gaming, as well as just IRL chit chats.
Oh yeah, is that Cugio's fault? Yeah, Cugio.
Okay.
Damn it, Cugio!
Damn it, Cugio!
But I would like to encourage you guys to support the channel. As mentioned before, we do have a Patreon here. It does keep the liveliness flowing, and I am having a really great time so far. Ruby is really fun to play. I can't wait to play some of the other characters too, like the secondary characters. It's gonna be really fun to see everybody pushing out between the three of them. So, oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Pony Punch.
Yes. Hello, hi. My name is Pony Punch. This was so much fun. Jesus Christ, this was really, really fun. You can follow me at Pony Punch here on Twitch. I do music on Tuesday. I call it Tuesday. And the rest of the week I do games, roleplay games like Ark and GTA and stuff.
Thank you, Bobby.
What's up, guys? I'm Iron Chef Bobby Flail here on Twitch. Iron Chef Bob on Twitter. Variety Caster. I stream about 5 o'clock Eastern in the evenings. That's 5 o'clock Eastern. Saturdays, I typically stream like 7 o'clock, but tonight I'm going to be on Pockets XX's channel for like a little meal get-together, shindig, cook-up kind of thing, which should be fun.
Were those steaks that he posted? The steaks
Oh
are...
God.
Yeah, those
They're
giant,
like this thick.
yeah, those massive, huge tomahawk steaks.
I gotta admit, I had a moment.
Yeah, so if you want to see some meat, yep, definitely gonna be some meat sweats over there tonight. So drop over for that, and yeah, follow me here on Twitch, as I said, Iron Chef Bobby Flail, variety streamer, 5 o'clock Eastern, and I'll see you guys next week. That was a lot of fun. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. That flew by. So
Thank you so much, as always, chat. We appreciate you. Thank you for being wonderful. Thank you for hanging out with us, chat. I'm Wax Steven. I am the GM of Doom. I have dragged these guys kicking and screaming through the adventure today. I feel like Jimmy also had a part in that, in terms of the screaming, a big part. So I think we need to develop a few hashtags for the show. I feel like hashtag blame Jimmy is going to be a big one.
Can I just request that anytime anybody does the salute, people put seems good? in the chat.
Yeah, seems good in the chat. And also, if you're ever saying tacos in real life, you have to sing it. It's in your real.
Yeah. The truly sad thing is Zagonicus has never actually had a taco. So we need to make that happen. We also need to make the hashtag get a mixer Zagonicus please. We have to, that has to be a fucking thing because Jesus Christ, I will die. I will die if Zagonicus does not get a new mixer soon.
Hashtag
It's
remove
fine.
addendums.
Like,
It's
if I just
not
touch the
fine. It's
power
not. It's
cable-
not okay. It's not just because you keep saying it.
See? That's perfect right there.
I'm gonna like break my
Wait a
headphones
minute.
apart.
There we
Muted.
go.
You muted. I'm muting you forever. It's happening. You're muted. It's gone. I'll make the hurting stop. Yes. So if you guys enjoyed the show today and you would like to help out Tablestory in general, we have created a Patreon that I will be posting shitloads of things on this weekend. I'm going to be doing a bunch more Patreon updates that we're going to have flowing throughout the weekend. Getting all the content and stuff that we've been working on for you for like 2 months over to you guys like this weekend. It's a lot of stuff. We got battle maps. We got character sheets, a bunch of stuff that's going to be heading your way. Brad has actually created a special one-shot welcome adventure for D&D 5th edition that's available for all patrons for Tablestory. So $1 and up, you get an awesome one-shot adventure that Brad worked on, including some awesome artwork from Anna the Newt on the cover. It's good shit. Check it out. You know, as always, thank you guys so much for being here and being awesome. We got some wonderful fan art from Lady Hep. It was good shit. Good shit. Go check it out. Make sure you hang out on the Tablestory Discord if you haven't done so as well. There's a link for the Patreon, and here's one for the Discord. You can go hang out on the Discord. We're going to have polls on the Patreon, too, for, like, future content. We've got a podcast that myself, Jay, and Brad are going to be doing with DM stuff. It's going to be loaded full of stuff. We just want to have an absolute ton of things for you guys as rewards. So go check that out. Thank you to Pony Punch. Thank you, Zagonicus. Thank you, Peachy. Thank you, Simply Jackson. Thank you, Iron Chef Bobby Flail, for being awesome role players. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. And everybody have a wonderful rest of your Saturday. Tomorrow, we've got 7th Eon on this channel. Monday, we've got The Nameless Ones, which uses this system just in the OLD version, the sort of fantasy version of this system. So if you like that, come check it out. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a wonderful rest of your Saturday. Peace out. Good night, everybody.
Taco.